Ahoy, Wonders, and welcome back to the table. Good to be here. You guys have a good weekend at San Japan?
I did.
We premiered a new video that I know people have been waiting for a long time for.
That Hellmaster.
Fistmaster, yeah. Well, we had a great time here as well, right, Zito?
Yep.
We showed off, what do you call it? Shinobi Strikers. We played some of that too. Turns out it's not my cup of tea.
Not your thing?
Kinda not great.
I saw
in
you
my
played
opinion.
some gang beasts.
Yeah, we got some gang beasts.
Someone
and
got a trophy on my profile.
yeah, I helped you out there.
Way to go, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You're the only one that had it purchased. So we're like, we're just gonna steal Grant's account.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, other than that, not much has happened.
Tech issues here and there, but we fixed it.
Yeah, episode 60, part 1 came out, but that's
No,
wipe
that's
it over
fine.
with that because we're here
That's 1/3
to
of it,
talk
really.
about something very important, and that's Eloy's Yo Mama fight.
Oh my.
Now, what's fun about this is that
Eloy's talked about his mom.
you have told me that you have not only struggled to find a way to make this work both in game but also out of game.
Yeah.
Perfect, because that's exactly how I've been running it. So we're on equal playing ground. I'm glad we've come to this plateau.
Yeah, Ben is a black belt in puns. Yo Mama fights are kind of like the Brazilian jiu-jitsu of insult battles.
This is a different martial arts entirely.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's some muscle memory that does, they're not entirely different skill sets, some transferable skills, but.
You have the stamina for it, let's say, but perhaps just not the technique.
Exactly.
By the way, everybody, last week, thank you for complimenting me on my legs. I've always been very happy with my calves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you get a nice shot of them here.
Those gams.
Yeah. Them Landis calves. That's what I got genetically. Anyways, do you have anything to pick us off from where we left off?
Indeed. From last time where we left our heroes, they had a nice little jolly time on Mead's ship. Finally coming to terms with the idea that they might be siding with the pirates a little bit more. They have offered you guys a junk.
Yo-ho.
Yep, yo-ho indeed. It will not
No,
arrive.
the Yo Mama jokes come later.
Soon.
It will not arrive until at least give it a chance when you guys take care of some unfinished business, like saying goodbye to your crew, getting your old ship of a nice little funeral. Because you kind of forgot that. You also kind of forgot that the idea that the Navy's gonna be a part of that.
Well, they don't need to know. I mean, I'm
I'm
assuming the instant we joined the pirates, they didn't all just go out there and go, yeah, pirates,
we go!
No,
anti-establishment.
Well, that's what you guys have to figure out what you're gonna fix on.
No, they're basically just like picking teams for dodgeball. The pirates get us, and I'm sure the Navy got some other really cool guys.
Yeah.
Let's get in riffs.
I could have sworn, okay, we've had a very little, very small amount of time to actually get to know Pliskin. I don't know. He's not much for words. But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't his, part of his story that he was former Navy turned pirate? Isn't that part of his deal?
He was former Navy turned privateer, and the pirates picked him up.
Right.
So I feel like we've been using pirate and privateer somewhat interchangeably.
Yeah.
But that also turns heads.
He's got kind of that whole. He's got that gradient of morality. He's run from chaos to law once in a while.
He's run from chaos, but I think the whole fact that turning into a shark on a fucking full moon is kind of a little bit of a faux pas when it comes to the Navy jobs.
A little. Who knows? Then again, they do hire dragons.
I was going to say, that just sounds like an asset.
Yeah, that sounds like racism there.
Yeah,
dragons are fine, but sharks?
Yeah, but
let's fish them from the ocean and leave one orphaned.
Yeah, but let's riddle me this. Is Pliskin capable of being able to take control of his form 100%?
We haven't really talked to him about that. Like we said, he's a man of few words.
Exactly. You don't. Last I remember, Gore's in full control of his ability to turn into a continent.
I mean, as far as I know, but what do I know?
Maybe he has some off days. Maybe he's lost a few ships.
Maybe.
Oh, no. Oh, they're scattered. Just everybody on the top just
so
off at the various corners of the world.
Alrighty. So at this point in time, you guys have gotten back to the guild hall. Eloy, you have your trial at 12 o'clock. So pretty much at this point, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's waking up. You whatever like small business you guys ever had to conduct, you got it done on the way back home.
Eloy's in that mess hall just slugging back coffee like, guys, I've been pulling an all-nighter. I've been cramming for this thing. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready, you guys. I can do it. I can do it.
Easy, Eloy. You don't need to get yourself overly excited. This is...
No, it's good. I've been cramming all night. Scrung was a big help. He's been just insulting me, just heaping abuse on me all night, so I can learn how to take it like a champ.
Is Scrung in the room?
Scrung is sitting in the corner near one of the not a bar stool. It's the he's in like one of the bar seats, kind of just like slumped in a corner with a shitload of coffee. There's coffee, then alcohol, then cigarettes, and there's him just sitting there in his nightgown, like, what? Oh, yeah, go get him.
Should I be concerned about any of this? Like,
No, this is all plenty above code. Don't you worry, new guy.
By the way,
all be clear.
new guy, thank you.
You say that. You look at Scrung. He's not as like, even though he just like woke up and he looked like he was just like on a fucking bender of all benders. He hasn't shown much hostility in the past couple of days, and also, last you remember you were talking to him. He was speaking. He spoke to the Volition's the fairy at the Volition, who said that she could actually find someone of Fey descent as long as they had a clue.
Right.
So you guys left off on that, but never talked to him about it.
Okay. Hey, Scrung, you awake for a second?
Hold on, I could be. He takes a cigarette, puts it in his coffee, pours the alcohol in. Okay, I'm awake.
No, that seems about right.
An interesting dietary habit.
Goblins,
I don't know.
they love to mix and match.
Hello, my
flavors.
name's Dagon Loxley.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Dagon Huxley, sorry.
Scrung.
Forgetting my own name. Hi, I'm new guy.
Oh, don't worry. I forget
It's
my
a
name
loving
too.
nickname and an easy shortcut.
After some mead and gin, I'm pretty much on that same boat too. How you doing,
Yeah.
buddy?
Doing quite well. Got a job. First time in a while.
You know, you're optimistic. That's good.
I like that, yes.
And you're part of their team, yeah?
Yes, they picked me up. Why? You're smiling, and it's something I'm not sure what I've gotten myself into, but
Oh
yes.
no, you haven't. You have not. But anyway, what do you need?
Scrung, buddy. I know the last time we spoke, the Volition, they were going to be helping you look for a... kind of looks at Dagon, unsure of how much he knows and is allowed to know. They were looking into a certain something for you. Just wanted to see if you'd heard back from that.
My mark? Yeah. Turns out she's actually able to pinpoint a lot of things. Only problem is that we found out he's a little bit far off to the other side of the country.
Oh.
It's gonna take some time, and also, the good docs here said that they could fix me up with something new here, maybe a new prosthetic, give me something good as new, at least until I get back home to my realm.
Oh, that'd be excellent. If you need any help or anything, we're gonna be setting sail here soon, but if we're in town, let us know, and I'd just love to keep checking in. Want to make sure everything works out for you.
You.
Yes.
Like, he Scrung turns and looks to you.
Yes, Scrung.
How pensive is Eloy the moment Scrung lays eyes on him?
He's just like yes, 100% earnest, direct, full attention. Like, yeah. What can I do?
All right. Calm your tits a little bit. I can see in your face that you're stressed out.
All right.
Because you got a lot of things on your plate, and I know that's kind of important to you, but I gotta come clean a little bit on some of the more pensive ways I've been making you feel on the ship. And I don't know if this is the vodka gimlets with coffee and fucking cigarette ash talking at this point. Hold on, it's really good.
As he's taking his big drink, Ezra just kind of leans over to Dagon. He's usually like this emotionally stunted, angry guy, but right now he seems to be a bit more vulnerable, so I'm gonna see how this plays out.
Works for me. I'll just holds a zip over his mouth.
As you can tell, he looks over at the stub on his arm. I haven't had a lot of good news in quite some time.
Yeah, you've had a rough old ride.
All things considered, I have. But I can say this, though. You made good on at least something. You got me somewhere where I can at least find a clue. And at that, I need to at least give credit where credit is due and say thank you for at least helping me get to this point. I'll admit, the whole arm thing's kind of a really big step backwards, but I can say that the fact that you brought me here and that fairy girl is able to actually at least find Grosswort in some way, that's already a bigger step in the equation of things. And I swear, he looks over at you. He's just like, what's your expression right now, Ezra?
I'm just beaming and like getting ready to like be like, "You're very welcome, Scrung. I'm glad to see everything's going well." Like, but being more perhaps self-congratulatory than
I
seeming.
need you to roll an insight check.
Sure,
then.
you got it. 9.
Just beats it.
All right.
The vodka giblets helped him out a little bit.
I'm just like,
He looks at you. He's just like, he can see that there's a fucking smirk behind that.
just like, oh yeah, he's finally come around. Finally realizes he can count on us. Hell yeah! Like, just like it's kind of the
You can't hold this on me forever, you fuck.
like it's not
I'm-
outwardly mean. It is just more like not a. Oh, dude, I'm here to connect with you. It is just a, yeah, I feel good because I feel like this person is addressing me and my friends about how well I and the rest of us have done.
Aw, Scrung, I knew you cared.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I'm saying a goblin curse word right now. I apologize for how much shit I gave you for the past couple of months.
Oh, that's all right. I'm just happy you're on your way, man. I just want you to get what you want, be able to go home. I know how important that is to you.
He's got quite the accent.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. But I'm pretty sure he just said he apologizes.
Ooh.
Don't hurt yourself, man. I know the feelings there.
No, that's actually just the alcohol.
That's why you see, I figured swallowing the cigarettes was probably not a good idea. But
No, that's how you get the texture in it.
oh.
Goblin physiology.
I put them in my eggs. They're really good. You should try sometime.
I will consider that.
Ezra pantomiming.
You see Mr. Large sitting there off to the side.
Holds up a thumbs up.
Yep, puts a thumbs up. As you look at his plate, he has pancakes and there's cigarettes sticking out of him.
I guess it's a goblin thing.
I guess.
Listen, the Fae have really weird diets. Some of us eat ash, some of us eat stone. It could be all kinds
Some of us eat ass.
So
Not Ezra. Just I've read about it in books.
I wrote one.
God damn it.
Dagon's Down Under Adventure, we call it.
They gone too far.
That's the sequel.
Dagon and back again.
Sometimes the ass blows a little kiss at you. That's called Dagon. That's called Dagon with the wind.
Damn it. We got there.
You fucking got this shit for the upcoming trial. What are you on about?
Can we just give him some bonus points right there?
Can Broadway McSlander just feel that somewhere?
Yeah,
it's like,
It's like
Word
psychically like
reach.
it's like the fucking Clockwork Orange where the fucking hairs on his arms bristle up like fuck.
his spidey sense is tingling.
Oh no. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, but never mind.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Scrung was coming to terms with all of this. But yeah, like I said, the docs are probably gonna give me something to at least whatever this realm's extra bit of meds can do for me. It's not what it is back home, but it's probably better than nothing.
All right, man. Well, like Ezra said, if there's ever anything we can do to help out, all you got to do is let us know.
Let me have my vacation to think about things a little bit. That's my request right now.
Yeah.
Let me have my sabbatical from all of yous.
This is him being nice.
Yeah. Please go away. He's being so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now leave.
Yeah, man. Whatever you say.
And I'll tell you this, though. You should probably check in with everyone else before you leave. Maybe, like, ask them what they're going to be doing and whatnot. If they are going to be working here, I mean, we'll be back on our feet, I guess, in a couple of days, whatever it is you guys are going to be doing. We got to at least get the paperwork done. And I don't mind having a nice little house and a nice little hall where everyone's all buddy-buddy and can kick the shit out of anything that tries to come here and get in our way.
Well, one of the hammocks in the shack is about to open up. Don't recommend it. Try to get something better.
Well, trust me, I have. Gore put me in on it.
Ooh,
You people and your connections, I swear to God.
Gore, you say?
Yeah, the guy came bolstering on in here when you guys were out. Kind of pointed out each of us and gave us a glowing recommendation. Apparently that boasted us pretty good in the real estate market.
That's excellent. Hopefully there will be no complications with the other things that are developed. Anyway,
Other things?
it's not important. You're on vacation. But before your break starts, I do have one request for you. Before we set sail,
Oh, God, you people. I don't make miracles, but go ahead.
just one thing.
What's this one thing?
This won't require too much effort. It's more just I would appreciate your presence. Before we set sail, we're probably going to say our last goodbyes to the Eldon. So, one, make sure any valuables or belongings you have on there that you want to keep, you've gotten them off. And two, just as a captain, I'd appreciate it if the whole crew could. Maybe, those of us that are left could show up and,
what the
be
hell?
there.
I'm not going anywhere fast, and I got all my stuff off the ship pretty quickly, so yeah, I'll be around for that.
Thank you, Scrung. It means a lot.
Whatever. No. Go away.
Looks like that coffee's not really kicking quite as much as the alcohol.
Sometimes I wonder if it just works in reverse for goblins.
We have very different stomachs. Two of them, actually.
Wow.
As once we leave the table, like we don't have to leave the table just yet, but Dagon's gonna bum a cigarette.
You watch as a roll an acrobatics check.
Let's see. Oh wait, shoot, wrong card. 14.
You're able to like bum a cigarette very quickly, but as you're pulling away, you watch as a dagger like just hits the table like, don't touch my cigarette.
Pockets it.
All right, so you guys pretty much in the guild hall at this point. I'm gonna say it's now 10 o'clock. Everyone's starting to get up, buzzing around. Everyone's starting to get word that they may have a job or whatnot. Not a lot. Like a lot of people are pretty much just eating right now, but a lot of people are also getting the paperwork. Like, oh, this is my contract. Okay, so you're assigned to this. You're assigned to this. You see, Mr. Large gets up. You're assigned to this, and he looks over to you guys. He just lumbers on over.
Hello, Mr. Large.
Holds up an OK symbol.
Eloy, this is Mr. Large. Dagon, Mr. Large.
We've met. How are you doing?
Mr. Large, like, you don't see his face, but, like, you watch as his beard lurches over towards Dagon and looks back to you. And
He's doing well.
And he points to Dagon, looking at you. Just, like, you watch just, like, the little leaf of wheat just, like, twirls, like, a little bit, like, fast as he points over at Dagon.
That's right. I keep forgetting that you've met.
I have a reputation.
Yeah,
You watch as this giant hand, like, creaking stone pokes Scrung in the stomach. Scrung's eyes open wide. Oh. Why am I doing? Oh, okay, fuck it. It's. I got a massive hangover. He's saying that Dagon here is quite infamous.
Yeah, I've gotten that impression.
It's a good word for it.
But as like Scrung is now translating for you as Mr. Large is like speaking in this weird garbly goop accent. It's like, but he says he's ready to fulfill any duties you got for him.
That's excellent. Well,
You watch as Mr. Large like stands at attention. His head hits the ceiling.
at ease, Mr. Large.
He salutes to you.
Dagon pours Scrung another coffee, pours some alcohol in it, and just puts a lit cigarette in there for him.
I shouldn't, but okay.
Right now, we're gonna have some business to attend to before we really need to get moving on the ship. But if you just want to, check it out, see a lay of the land, I trust your judgment. Make sure that if you need anything before the journey begins.
He does actually mention, though, like, he looks at the contract. It doesn't state what their job actually will be. It's just that they're assigned to you for a
gotcha.
time being. So he needs to know what the actual mission is.
I apologize. You've been hired on as our cannoneer. You're going to be using the guns.
Oh, no, he knows about that on the
Okay.
ship, but, like, he wants to know, like, what's the outing?
what we're
where are you
doing.
guys going, and what's the mission?
Where are we going?
Well, that
Got
sounds
it.
like it would be a lot easier if you just had everybody together at once for a new crew meeting.
Yes, our actual journey will be debriefed once we have the whole crew together, so we can.
Scrung translates, where's it gonna be? When?
Oh boy, I hadn't actually planned on a full-on time. Well, we're going to have. We've got his Bard's College Challenge coming up soon, and then after that, I was
Captain,
hoping to lay our ship to rest.
If I may offer some assistance, I could go off, gather the crew, see that they're all settled aboard the ship, and make sure everything's in ship shape, because it sounds like you have quite a busy day ahead of you. And
Dagon?
we can gladly meet you there.
Dagon, I gotta say, you are making a very good impression on your captain.
I do try.
You hear a chuckle come out of Mr. Large as you mentioned that.
Got it?
And Scrung just like sits there and goes, good luck with Frida. That's what he said.
Yeah, but it is ancient history, I'm sure. Right? Looks at Large. Right?
Saunters off.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well,
He watches his fucking knuckles drag across the floor.
I've dug this hole. I guess I best fill it at least.
If that doesn't sound like a hardworking right-hand man, I don't know what does. Welcome aboard, Dagon.
Thank you kindly. I'll finish this work with aplomb.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Dagon now.
Don't really matter on our ship. You'll find that out soon enough.
Yeah. I'm what, the court jester?
Something like that.
All right.
Dagon walks on off to go fulfill his duty of finding everyone else that's on board the ship. Have fun with Charlotte, by the way, the one you hoaxed into getting the job in the first place.
All I need to do is plant another voice in her head. It should go to the board.
You're not the night sky voice!
Yes, I am. Oh, okay.
Worked once.
All right, so you two are left behind. What are you guys going to do?
He said it's a couple hours before
Yep.
before the challenge begins.
So
in
you
earnest.
could probably head out, like either go talk to someone, go find anything that you're currently looking for, or even gather information about what's going on.
Do I have any idea where Red is at this point?
Red, you've seen pretty much around this location. She's not really like, she's been around. She hasn't like paid you any heed, but it looks like she's like just taking a breather, like actually like looking at notes, writing down stuff. It looks like she's been spending most of her time in private, just like writing in another journal.
Okay. Well, if she's around, I would go up to say something to her, if that's possible.
What would you like to do?
I'll tag along.
All right. As stated, like probably by like 10:30, Red comes out with a small book and she's starting to write down. She looks like she hasn't slept in days. As she's drinking a cup of coffee, she's wearing a actually very regal gown. Almost looks like it's like a red, almost like padded cloak kind of uniform. As she's sitting there drinking coffee and feverishly writing down notes, you can tell like just because of what happened, she's pretty fucking distraught over the fact that you guys she lost like years of information just in a few days. Not of your guys' accord, but just like the whole mess of this happening.
Wake was probably involved somehow.
Wake did this!
Where's that book? It's over there. Fuck.
I was reading it and I set it on that nightstand. Oh.
What? I returned it to the library. Oh, that didn't go there.
That's not what happened, but yes,
I know.
that's a good jape.
All right. Ezra kind of just, walks on over to Red and just like, hey, I know, I'm sure you're busy, but do you have a minute?
Well, considering that I'm not under a a life debt at this moment. I have all the time in the world. Please have a seat.
It's good to hear.
Mr. Eloy, I'm sorry, I don't think that quite works for you.
No, that's fine. I'll stay in.
My Uber's here, says Red. Time for me to go.
I don't know if that picks up on the microphones.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We heard a
Just
car
heard a
horn.
car horn. Sorry.
Threw me off. Ezra basically just goes, "Hey, so I know that book and everything got stolen, and I'm sure there's just been a ton on your plate right now, and plenty weighing on your mind as it is. But
It just undid my mother. Like, the problem is not so much that we lost the book, but it's just that my mother's work was undone after all this time, and I feel partly responsible for not getting this information to her for at least 2 years. For all she knew, I was probably dead.
yeah,
How my mom's doing. Oh, well.
I can't even begin to imagine what it must feel like. But all I know is whenever things are rough, it kind of sucks to be alone. And tonight, I'm hoping that we can, kind of get the group together and lay the Yeldon to rest one last time. And I'm sure you're struggling right now, and maybe just seeing some familiar faces might help. So figured I'd extend in an invitation.
I feel it is only proper if you wish to have that be done. Not saying this to feel like as if it's some sort of catharsism, but if you would like, I can lend my fire as the means to set the ship ablaze.
I couldn't imagine a more fitting way for it to go. I would be happy to have you there.
You know, Captain Ezra, I find it very strange. I mean no disrespect when I say this at start. The lot of you were buffoons when I first met you.
Oh, she said were.
Took the words out of my mouth, Eli.
But the fact that you're actually taking this much responsibility in, it proves how much that you actually have a knack for this sort of thing. You actually have responsibility, you have obligation.
Ezra just kind of like gives a kind of a shy nod. Well, thanks, Red. Your judgment always means a lot to me. You've always seemed like one of the most responsible people I've ever met, so coming from you, that's high praise.
I try to do my best, yes. Though I'm not like my mother. I'm not the most powerful mage that could ever assist you in your work. I know I have my faults and I have my limits.
Your magic was invaluable in our journey, and your wisdom was also incredibly helpful in multiple scenarios where, honestly, if we were left to our own devices, we probably would have found way more hardship and difficulty on our way here. So I just want to thank you and just let you know that we're going to be having a bit of a get-together service thing for.
In a means of respect as well, Captain. I have been dabbling in some magic. Perhaps I have been dabbling in some other magic that the Volition has to offer. Perhaps I can offer you a service as a parting gift as well, should our paths ever cross never again.
If you have anything you'd be willing to help us with, I'd be happy to have it.
I will have it come time when it is time to set the Yeldon on its way.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll be looking forward to seeing
She
you.
holds her hand out to shake.
He shakes it happily.
Yep, shakes and holds a hand out to you.
Very respectful. Captain just trying to be like, thank you. Just not used to giving these official kind of statements, but thank you.
I'm still wrapping my head around saying goodbye to somebody when it's not forever. Most people I say goodbye to are covered in rocks.
No, Eloy, these goodbyes hopefully aren't forever, and even if we do say hello again, hopefully it doesn't even have to be between, captain and crewmate, but just looks over at Red, but as friends.
That sounds fine. I can come to an agreement on this.
Okay. If you say so.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
I know the Volition will have jobs open in the future should one actually befit your talents and merits.
Looks for the most polite
She
way.
did that on purpose. You could tell she purposefully did that just to get a smirk out of you. I'm sure I can put a good word to Pontus to give you some sort of job.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. The natural wonders of kind of looks out in the distance, getting all dreamy-eyed. We've only just begun.
I will say this, though. If you do wish to actually continue that silly little carnival thing of yours,
Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
that is something the guild could possibly facilitate. If you look into it a little bit more, maybe speak to one of the headmasters. Let me, she like fingers through some paperwork. As I finger through some paperwork to try and figure out who the characters were.
She has it on her at all times.
Hold on, let me look at my dossier of people I know.
Yeah, my dossier of people I know.
Flip through my Rolodex.
Yeah, I apologize. I don't speak to these since I go straight to Pontus, but there are others who are a little bit more of a face of the Fortune Tides company. That's right. That's why I was very unsure I would want to speak these names out loud, because they're kind of silly. Nork and Narf Bitterface. Those are the two orc brothers that run the Fortune Tides company. On a more public face.
It's like mascots or
No, they're first world heroes as well. They built this place to be essentially everything you see before you. Pontus was a little bit more secretive and wanted to keep things on the down low.
Well, thank you very much for this information, Red. I'll be sure to keep those names in mind when I'm looking for future venues for our misadventures, if you will.
Oh, I'm certain if you make them laugh, you'll never hear the end of it in a good and bad way.
Well, I appreciate the information all the same. Thank you very much, Red, and I hope to see you later tonight.
Indeed. With that, she will impart with you a gift before leaving.
Woo!
All right.
Nod him, and we're on our way.
All right, gentlemen, so you have an hour and a half to get Eloy to this thing, but I do believe you would like someone else to attend this little shindig.
Absolutely. Well, Eloy, we should probably start making our way towards that bard exam of yours, but I bet we can rustle up one more person to come and hang out with us.
Onslow.
Maybe, Greek chorus.
I'm standing right here, son. I always love a good chuckle.
That's great.
I've never left your side ever.
I'm like your little guardian
So
angel.
what am I going to do on this new boat, huh?
I'm your big fat guardian angel.
I just don't talk much.
you want to come hear me insult some man's mama?
Son, that sounds like the best pastime ever.
All right. What are you gonna be up to once we're off on our next cruise there? You got any plans?
I'm sure this place has some fun wildlife to hunt.
I wouldn't know rightly how much about that is true. However, that good old boy Relieve sure did have some cute little ideas on how to hunt things. Like to make a little bit of a page out of his book. Maybe learn how to carve some better gear. Maybe carve some more fun little bits of ammunition. Maybe take a... You ever heard of a lantern beetle, son?
It combines two things that I have heard of. I'm assuming it's a beetle that lives in a lantern. 4.
Ah, son, that just means you ain't hunted one before. See, we used to catch those over at the coast. As a kid, it would be fun because you try to snap them in your jaw, but then you remember sometimes they leave second-degree burns on the inside of your mouth.
Ooh.
They exude pure fire, son. Pure fire. I reckon I can make some fun ammunition out of that.
Does sound enticing. I'd love to see the results of your experimenting with such things.
But now hear me out. What if I can coat an entire weapon out of the stuff?
Ooh. Say a fiery scimitar or saber of some kind.
Indeed.
Or a fiery flute?
Ooh.
I could spit hot fire.
You very well could if you didn't already, Eloy.
Something to at least think about, as he's saying as he's walking along. He feels that he wants to do a couple of jobs with Relieve, as he feels that his craft is actually fine-tuned for a lot of what he does for fun.
Well, Onslow, you've always been incredibly capable of everything you've set your mind to. I've seen you hunt insane beasts that no normal man would ever even look twice at before running away.
Now, son, do you think I could take me on that giant that we once saw on the archipelago?
Oh my goodness.
You know,
well, if anyone
Old
could.
young Cletus would shit his pants if I came back with that.
I bet if you had the element of surprise.
And maybe the
and-
element of fire coating your gun.
You're just hear like the crocodile hiss as his grin just gets bigger and bigger. You guys make your way over towards the temple, I assume?
Yes.
All right, so you're at the monastery. You head inside. There's a bunch of monks walking around. Some people like learning meditative positions. Some people actually being taught how to wield a weapon in a certain way. Lots of various types of gods or elemental spirits attune or ornate the entire area. If you head over towards the one where Kelpie is, you can see Wake and Nedra looking off to the side as Sheldon is giving off his lesson for the day.
Ezra kind of just quietly walks up and just observes, doesn't like interrupt the lesson or anything, just tries his best.
Oh, that's what they're doing too. They're observing at
Okay.
this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a perception check, see if I see them walk in.
Go for it.
Oh right, need to look at that character sheet.
What are Wake stats?
Yeah, I rolled them so long ago. 16. I'm
16?
assuming.
I mean, you're not sneaking
We're not
up on them.
stealthing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, like, you can hear, like, the patter of footsteps while, like, over off in the distance, your brother is, like, speaking, like, he speaks softly enough that everyone else is kind of just playing around with the water that they're standing on. So you can hear the footsteps as clear as day.
Yeah, I tap Nedra and just kind of like look over, kind of give like a smile and a like kind of a somber smile and a nod.
She's about to, like, scream out, like,
I'm like, Mike.
hi.
Ezra kind of gives like a playful like finger up to us like shh, like just like hey, how's it going?
I just motioned to Nedra. Go ahead, I know you want to. Like just run over.
We're watching his brother show people how to use water.
Oh, fascinating.
Is that like harder for you because you're more into fire, or how does that work?
I have no idea.
She's still picking up on the whole learning how to channel.
We're
ki
using
thing.
our inside voices today.
Yeah, we should probably go. They're looking at us.
Yeah, like everyone is just looking at you.
Sorry.
Ezra
You
kinda
watch
just,
just like
bows his head really low as he like kind of
one of the kids kind of just like goes like this, and like a little ball of water flies at
Flicks
you.
some
I catch
water.
it in my hand.
Yep. Pops.
Just gotta give him a thumbs up. Nice.
It's a little gnome kid, just like. And then you should watch as your brother kind of just like he doesn't even like walk over to him. He kind of uses like a wave to pick him up underneath, kind of float over to him, take his staff, slap him in the wrist.
I turn around as if I've done nothing wrong and start walking away.
So you guys go back out into the hall.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I was wondering how busy you were today. We're on our way to Eloy's Battle of the Bards and figured you'd want to come by and see it.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I'm just.
Are you gonna punch someone in the face? Says Nedra.
Is this that kind of bard?
No, I'm gonna punch someone in the mind.
Wake, we have to go.
All right.
Wait, we have to go. That's what we're learning here today.
We'll go. We'll learn how to punch people in the mind. I don't think we'll be as good at that as Eloy, though.
Well, I just want to make sure we're not interrupting. Or
Oh no,
taking you guys away from
I'm just
anything.
My brother knows that I'm good with water, and he wants to show me how he teaches so that I can teach a few lessons here and there
Oh,
because he has a
okay.
lot of things that he
Bit of a student teacher, teacher's assistant, huh?
kinda, yeah.
Never expected to see Schoolmarm Wake.
I'm sorry that it was so sudden. I had a lot on my mind. We can talk about that later, though. Eloy, you've got.
Mr. Strong said that it was something called the sabbatical
Yes, something like that.
from the nuances. She's like trying so hard to figure out like what he meant.
Nuances. It basically means like little things
I
on
don't
the.
think that's what he meant. I think he meant nuisance.
I was just going to say 18 insight. Is it nuisance?
It's nuisance.
Well, that's not how I feel, but you know, we can talk about Scrung later. Either way, Eloy, you're really going for it, huh?
Yeah, man. I've been speaking of Scrunk. He's been helping me bone up. Just cram for this. I think I got it. I'm pretty sure I got this one.
Eloy, I believe in you.
Thank you, Wake.
Have some monk inspiration, which is nothing.
Which is just
That's why it's so zen.
Exactly.
a good feeling.
You have this sense of gratification, yet it has no physical mean or bounty to it. Is this what it means to have ki?
It means nothing that I believe in you, but it means everything. Think about it. That is the way of Zen.
You've been granted 1 key point. However, you have no skills that use key points.
There you go.
So you're gonna accompany them?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, sweet. What about Nedra, though? She's just like...
All right, Nedra, this is... From this day forward, we're going to be learning a lot. Do you want to come along, or do you want to stay here and see what we're in for?
I want to see him punch someone in the mind.
Let's go watch him punch somebody in the mind.
Oh, man, can you kick him, too?
I can try.
I bet he can kick him in the mind.
He's got twice as many legs as his opponent.
You are a sorcerer of legs.
Yeah, he is going to kick him in the balls and the brain.
Ansel's just sitting there, just like giggling at this whole fucking cacophony of stupid.
Oh, hey, Ansel, how you doing?
He like nods to you.
I show off my new tiger skirt. Thanks, by the way.
You're welcome, son. Glad you like it.
It's really warm. And water resistant somehow. What did you, like, what? I don't even.
That wasn't me. That was Relieved.
It's crazy.
All right, so you guys head on over to the college. Everyone's kind of just like standing there. Everyone stands now at, like, as you enter through the gates. Everyone's looking at you, just going like, oh,
Just this big procession as you're walking in.
Eloy just like waves sheepishly. He's you've not seen Eloy sheepish before a crowd before, but this time he's like, okay,
Definitely out of his element.
this is gonna be a challenge.
Actually, roll perception check, everyone.
All right.
17.
25.
15.
Alrighty. You see off in the distance, there's Grammy also hooting at you, but behind a concession stand.
Oh, Eloy trots right over. What are you selling, Grammy?
I'm selling an idiot on a stick. It's a chicken nugget in the shape of Eloy.
How much? How much?
On the house.
Oh, thank you, Grammy.
It doesn't taste like chicken.
Is there a secret to this one?
Oh, yeah.
Grammy, I got more squid beaks if you want them, by the way.
Good. We can chock them up and make calcium drinks out of them.
I like the way you think.
Does it have marrow as well?
Probably. I just kind of ripped them out.
Good.
It's the only bone in their body. When they decompose, it's actually kind of scary.
I know. I've watched in time lapse. I've spent a year watching an entire colossal squid fade to ash.
I'm gonna
It's
guess.
very relevating.
I'm gonna guess this nugget comes from the squid eyeball.
Roll a survival check.
19.
19. No, it ain't squid. Okay, well, think of it a little bit more clearly, Eloy. She said idiot on a stick and the chicken nugget was the shape of you.
Does she have Eloy meat?
Is this donkey? You know, I'm not sure if that's okay.
Yeah.
We didn't have like
Wait, like a real donkey, or did you go out there and like dig up a pile of rocks?
No, real donkey.
Ah, okay. I'm still not sure if
Real
that's
mule.
okay, but
Real mule. Apparently, it's a really good food source that's used around here, and they kind of farm this. Did you know animal husbandry's a thing?
Oh well, if it's mule, then that's fine. That just means some donkey fucked a horse, and that's an affront against nature.
Good.
All's well that ends well, I guess.
I'm gonna give you a +1 to charisma rolls.
Hooray!
Mule meat, good for the charisma.
No, it's kind of like...
Ladies.
He knows he's got some horse in him.
Yeah.
It's like, aha, I've eaten one of my true enemies today.
If it was deer, he would have got 6.
Yeah, if it was a horse-deer hybrid, which I don't think could actually exist. Still, giraffe. Let's go with that. That's the closest I can
Did
think.
we not... You know what? No, we're getting into different territory. I was just like, did we not see a giraffe at the zoo?
I think we did.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we paid much attention to it. It wasn't exactly one of the things we had to focus on.
It wasn't dire enough.
Yeah.
Not a dire giraffe.
Very true. So, that little gnome fella is kind of just like waddles on up to you.
Ah, here you are. Finally, are you ready for the big showdown?
Ready as I'm gonna get.
Alrighty, so we got your payment all settled up. Now, Broadway seems to wanted to up the ante just to make this a little bit more fun. So the prize is gonna be 20,000. But that does mean you're gonna have to pay if you lose. Do you accept?
Oh boy. I'm straight tapped on cash.
That's okay. Slander says he can negotiate in another way.
All right. What's the other way?
You won't tell unless you lose.
You hear that in the back of your head. All of you do.
Did anyone else hear that?
Oh, that's Slander. He's getting ready.
I don't know. What do you think, Captain?
Well, I mean, honestly, what's the worst he could bargain for? We've got plenty of crazy valuables we can find on the ship. If he wants to barter or something, that's okay. And if we pool our money together, I'm sure we can handle it.
Oh, you haven't heard about old Johnny, have you?
No, I haven't. I'm new in town.
He
What
slept
happened?
with the fishes.
Like just like a
What's
like
wrong
a,
with that?
Like a nap?
He like looks over.
Hey, Johnny, you're still under his thumb?
You watch as a guy kind of like turns the corner. It's a merfolk, and his feet are cemented in a water basin as he's coming in. Yeah, it's kind of stupid because they kind of nip at me, and he like makes fun of me and laughs at me from above the deck. It's kind of sad.
Just point at that. You think you can handle something like that, Eloy?
That is stupid and hilarious. I'm in.
Doesn't matter anyway. Because Eloy's gonna kick his ass.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Oh, feeling a little confident, huh? I see you brought your hype men with you. That's pretty good.
Oh! Fire comes out of my hands.
Save it for the fight, Junior.
I can do it whenever. It does nothing to me.
When do we get to punch him?
Nedra just stands there.
Oh, right. Mentally punch him.
Yeah, just really think hard at him.
She's just sitting there. You watch as he puffs her cheeks up, like squinting, like.
Accidentally triggers that lightning cloud around her from focusing too hard. No, stop!
I feel like I'm punching myself doing this.
That's how you know it's
Okay.
working.
Yeah, but you gotta like ease into it. Don't punch too hard, you'll gas yourself. It's about conserving energy. Think of it as part of your training.
Okay.
She's like off to the side. Is like, what are the Arakakra that are looking at her? She's just like, is she okay?
She's great.
Did you catch any of that, Wake?
She said she's doing fine, Mr. Bird. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, good job.
Wake speaks Nedra.
At this point, I'd actually like to take a quick break because I have to use the restroom.
Go right ahead.
All right.
We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the table.
All right, 12 o'clock starts to roll around. The entire area, as you're in, like this whole time, you guys are pretty much just sitting there, just waiting for this to happen.
Wake's just floating like a little playing card in his hand with wind.
Neat.
You got a couple of people actually kind of looking at that and just like oohing and eyeing.
Wake's just like, I'm just bored.
like a guy in a clown suit kind of just like waddles on up to you.
Hey.
Holds his hand up. There's like 5 cards, and they all start spinning over his fingers.
I hold up.
Honks his horn. Honks his nose.
I take out a few more cards, put them in my hands. They each light on fire.
Roll Arcana.
Well, those are our cards. How are we gonna play war?
It's not Arcana. It's just elemental attunement.
Oh no, I know, but I just.
Oh, you just want me to? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a. Oh, never mind. I thought that was a 9. That's a 14.
Okay. The cards are sitting there. It's fine. Like they're not actually like they're a little singed, but they're not completely set ablaze in flame as they're like floating in your hand at this point. You watch as the clown just looks at you, like squints his eyes.
Insight.
As he removes his hand from his nose, another bunch of cards are now floating in his other fingers.
Right. I'm trying to decipher what he meant by that honk. That's a 18 on insight.
You're just being friendly competition at this point.
The equivalent of a, oh yeah?
I'm going to
Pretty
put
much.
my entire deck together. Whatever deck of cards I have for whatever reason,
Sleight
I
of
guess.
hand.
Well, no. And then I'm going to flick them all into the air and try to catch each of them between my fingers. That'd be sleight of hand or acrobatics?
Sleight of hand to actually get the cards up in the air.
Okay, sleight of hand to get them up in the air. Well, I fucking do that, nat 20.
All right.
Whoa, look at him go.
Yep. So they all fly up in the air.
But now can you catch?
Now can
Can
you
I?
catch them?
Luckily, acrobatics is my best stat ever.
Your best stat can fall to that 1.
22.
Okay. Now roll me a performance.
I'm not trying to do it all showy. I'm just trying
Well,
to
that's
do
part
it.
of the effect.
Fair enough. Let's see how stylish I am at this. 16. Wow. Or is that an 8? Oh, that's an 18. Never mind. With the new lights, it's kind of hard to like see the dimples on some of these things.
You're catching them,
Up, up, hoop, up, 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 up.
but now you look at them. They're all like the clown is now like holding his hands up, and all of his cards have two sides of the playing side of the card, while yours have just the covers of them. Pick a card.
I don't care. I'm still did something cool.
Pick a card from your hand.
Okay. I pick the middlest one.
Okay. Do you flip it over and look at it?
I flip it around.
It's your face.
I drop everything.
When he does that, you watch as he kind of like just juts up in the air. He's on a unicycle and he cycles away, still in the bow position.
Well, I don't know what that was, but
That was crazy.
I think Scrungliachi studied here.
I don't know, but my cards are all ruined.
You look at
throw them
no,
away.
you look at the card in your hand.
Oh.
It's a mirror. It's a small little mirror in the with a pocket size. It's a pocket sized
Paper-thin
mirror. You flip it over, it looks like a playing card. You flip it back over again, it's a mirror.
Now that's a nifty toy.
Well, I have no idea if or when this could possibly come in useful, but I hand it to you. You now have a mirror card.
Yay!
You look at it, it now shows your face.
Neat. To get this looked at.
I don't know what he did to my cards.
Your cards are fine.
Magician never tells a secret.
You actually like feel a presence behind you, and he's now behind you. Nothing personnel, kid, but you're already fixed. He slips the card that he took away and replaces it with the mirror one and puts it back in your deck.
I don't think I'll ever understand magic.
Nah.
It's
Yeah.
it's beyond me.
Nobody does.
You turn around, he's not there anymore.
I'm not even sure he exists.
He might not have. I might have just been carrying a mirror.
No, the gnome looks at you. No, that's pretty much what you get here in the College of Satire. It's always chaos is kind of something you need to embrace.
Fair enough.
We have all sorts of stuff like that. We have a lot of practical gag objects you could possibly have me made here.
Might have to think of something.
12 o'clock, the entire the entire campus's bells ring out. Ooh, the entire campus looks to you all and like kind of like meanders in towards the open two double doors to the main hall. The gnome looks to you. Well, get on in there.
All right, head on in.
Do we go to like our like seats?
I think we're in tow.
No, you're in tow.
Okay.
You're the hype man.
Okay. All right. So we'll be on there with him. Got it.
Yep. So at this point, you guys are taken to a giant stage. It's still kind of dark, but the gnome kind of like guides you up towards the center stage. There's a small spotlight that gleams down. It's made of stained glass. So there's Eloy standing there. There's you two standing to the side. Everyone's kind of getting their seats. It's silent. Nothing happens for a good long while. It's just this really weird, chilling air that just appears out of nowhere.
I think this is part of the mind games. Don't let it get to you.
I'm used to this.
Everyone
Everybody else a
roll
little chilly though. I can.
Everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.
How is that not one of the things that monks have proficiency in? I always wondered that.
11 for me.
15.
6.
Zito's face definitely.
A nat 20.
Oh, great.
You hear the voice of someone off in the distance. However, it feels like it's in the center core of your entire body.
Hey, you big dummy.
Well, that's not my normal inner
I
voice.
heard that while I was watching you from my deck. I like that.
All
You
right,
are
ready
shaken
play.
to your core.
Like looking up into the balconies. Like, is he? Where is he? Where is he?
You cannot focus on where the fuck this voice is coming from. You look over to your companions, they even have no fucking idea with the look on their faces.
I fucking hate magic.
You know, I was raised to, and I'm starting to wonder if that might not have been the right way.
You watch as spotlights begin to like flicker in from all different sides. For a split second, you could have possibly thought that you saw another person standing in one of the lights as they flicker on and off. But he's constantly moving. But it doesn't look like he is. It looks like he's just teleporting, almost like how those vampires kind of just like blink into existence. This man is tall. You can't get a good glimpse out of him. Remember how Mr. Large kind of like has this strange fucking ability to just be from one place to another? It's like that, but now there's a voice in your head that kind of just like shatters the very confidence in your core.
Since this is Startling Wake and that would have reminded him of the vampires, he'd probably strike a fighting pose at his... What the fuck?
You hear a drum roll start to kick in. Until finally the entire lights boom up. You are now behind a red... You are now in front of a red curtain, all three of you.
Fucking magic.
All right.
The curtain begins to slowly open, and there's Slander in a king's outfit with the black shades on and a crooked crown and a staff made out of gold in the shape of a chicken at the end of it as he kind of starts walking his way down. Everyone in the crowd cheers as this entire scene opens before you as you look like you're in a fucking like Salvador Dali painting. That's the entire backdrop. There's like the weeping clock on the side and everything. There's a fucking row of eyes looking off at you from the distance up at the top.
Hi, Mr. Fulgorban.
Ezra points at the king robe. I thought I was full of myself.
Yeah, I mean, you got a few steps to get that extra, Captain.
Releases the cape. He's wearing a black and white tux that's checker patterned. Takes the staff, spins it in his hand, takes a bow. It's aimed at Ezra. Roll me a acrobatics check. Save.
Oh, not great.
A deck save then, sorry.
Deck saves. Even with my +6 on here. 8.
You watch as the chicken opens up and reveals a small little slot as it fires out, almost like a gun is being fired at you. And it's a little hand with a feather on it, and it tickles your face, and it goes back inside the inside. Yeah, everyone in the entire audience laughs at you at your expense. And you don't see him open his mouth, but he adjusts his shades, and you hear in the back of your head.
I heard that. Not only do I talk the talk, Captain, I walk the walk. I am the headmaster of the College of Satire.
All right, Eloy, we gotta work together to stop this guy. I believe in you.
Slander turns and looks to Eloy as he stands in the center stage, looks out towards the audience, and begins as he holds his hand up.
Can anybody else in the audience hear this?
Oh yeah, no, they're hearing this.
Okay.
Everyone's hearing this. You have no fucking idea how this guy is able to get his voice out everywhere, but he's not opening his mouth. Unless you want to roll an insight check.
Well, that is one of my okay checks.
Didn't go well last time, but
17.
11.
You cannot read this man. It's almost like this voice is not coming from him.
It's almost like he has a lot of charisma.
All right, guys, I just need you to believe in me real hard. Believe in me like I believe in you. Like I believe in you. Like I'm giving you bardic inspiration right now.
Meta. Brian, select one out of that list I gave you.
Top of the list, eh?
Anyone. I don't mind.
Right. Well, it is that time again. Someone has dared to challenge me for their badge. Well, enough with the formalities. Let's begin. Let's see here. Yo mama, so fat, her nickname in school was the Bag of Holding.
Ooh, Eloy braces himself
All
against
right.
the...
Boo, 6 out of 10.
Roll wisdom save, everyone.
Cannon height, man.
Okay.
So wisdom save.
Yep.
19.
18.
Nat 1!
No!
Natural wonders! Natural wonders!
All right.
I believe... Unfortunately, I cannot apply bardic inspiration to myself.
You can't re-gift it.
4d6 psychic damage. Bludgeoning. Okay, well, Eloy is taking 9 points
Holy cow.
of psychic bludgeoning damage.
And I guess with 4.
You're not actually
Six.
taking physical pain. It's just that
You got psychic damage in your brains.
yeah, like that shit just shook you to your core. Everyone in the audience is just like, oh, like everyone's oohing and eyeing.
And do Ezra and I take half, or what was the save on that?
Oh no,
one?
no, no! Like, this is on him.
Oh, okay.
Damage is on him. You guys on the like. This is how to gauge how long he can stay in this.
Oh, okay.
You two.
I
on
think
the
if
other
we
hand.
perform worse, he will take more damage.
Yeah. So
I think it's how it's gonna.
pretty
work.
much what that did for you guys is that you don't get disadvantage on any other rolls you would like to do to assist this as hype men. So yeah, now I want the hype men to figure out how exactly they're going to bolster confidence back into Eloy.
Eloy's just reeling. Ah.
Ezra gets up, just like kind of waving his arms, looking like really bombastic. Eloy, that ain't shit. I believe in you.
Ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. I don't even hold bags.
Eloy shakes it off. All right, just gotta believe. Hi, everybody. No, that was real good, sir. I don't know if everybody here knows who I am or what I do. My name is Eloy, and I'm here from the Lockwood Natural Wonders. We're a traveling circus troupe. And I gotta be honest, I don't feel confident about this. I feel like I'm at an unfair disadvantage. I'm supposed to say mean, terrible things about this man's mama. I love this man's mama. She got us our start. Did you know we got our first circus tent from your mama? I mean, she called it her prom dress.
Oh! Boom, boom, boom! Pyro from the hands.
Good. All right. Roll me a 1d6. Roll me a 1d4.
Okay.
Grant, you have like 7 of them. Can I have a D6? I don't know where mine went. 4.
I got a 1.
All right. Eloy. With that charisma check from Grammy and a +5 from them, roll me. What would you like to roll? Intimidation? Intimidation or, what is it? Persuasion? Or performance?
Performance, definitely.
Alrighty.
So +5 from them, you said?
Get a +5 and describe to me how you're like encroaching on this man with this joke.
Sounds like it's a stand-up act.
Yep. So that is a modified 28.
Woo!
And I'm judoing. I make him think that I don't have the confidence, and then I lay it down at the end.
All right, time for me to roll.
Slam down hard.
Wow, we did not expect that much of a gruesome comeback from you on that one. As Broadway takes, I need you to roll 4d6.
6. Here. Go.
Did my D6 go?
11 plus 17.
Shit, okay, that's some good damage. As you watch as like Broadway kind of like slides back a little bit from just like, ooh, that's kind of spicy.
Eloy, maybe you should eat some more fire so you can spit it out.
All right. Slander adjusts his shades and adjusts them back onto his face by pushing the center up. He looks over to you, kind of like nods his head, looks over towards the audience. The audience goes into a hush the moment he like looks to them. He takes 2 fingers to his chin, turns it to you, holding his face up, readjusts himself, and like kind of like gives like a showy hand, just like holding his hand out to you as he continues for his second one.
Impressive. Your mama's so ugly. Magicians were uncertain if they should use charm person or charm creature.
Boo!
Hey man, you don't fucking know.
I don't.
Had to be in universe anyway in some regard.
Oh, no, absolutely. Wake is just playing his job as the hype man
Yeah.
and going, boo!
No matter what.
Yeah, let's see. Rolling a 15
Oh,
plus
did you want us to roll wisdom or anything?
Not for this one. just
Okay,
yet.
cool.
I'm just calculating to see what happens first before that happens.
Okay.
All right. Let me get those dice back.
Here you go.
Alrighty. Eloy, roll me a wisdom save.
9.
Yeah, that ain't helping. Oh, Christ in a handbasket. Okay, well... 19 points.
Hey, Eloy, you like prop comedy? I hand you the ram's horn that can make your voice, like, way the fuck louder.
Yeah.
Oh, he like slant. You watch as that happens. Everyone's just like, wait, he can't do that. Slander holds his hand up, and he's just like, he holds up his chicken staff, and he waves to you. He's actually being a good sport, and he's like, no, do
I had
what
a weapon,
need to
you
do.
get one.
Yeah, Wake actually just kind of, like, dusts it off, hands it over to you, like, here's your microphone, maestro.
Now here's the part where I'm supposed to talk about how ugly your mama is, but I mean, she's not half bad. She placed second place in a beauty contest. Of course, first place was Grammy.
Oh! Wake used Step of the Wind and does like a flip in the middle of the stage, landing in front of Slander. Oh!
The only problem with that is that no one else in this audience knows who that person is.
She's over there.
She's been around.
She's so.
Oh, she's been around, but
She's
I
so
need you. Okay,
infections.
so with that one, I'm going to have to ask you to roll me a persuasion check
All right.
with disadvantage because seldom no one knows who this person is. If you two want to be hyped, like you said, you just hyped up, we doing that. What do you do?
Ezra basically lines up like, "Oh, this is you. This is the joke," and punches himself and does an acrobatics to flip and like land and look like he hurts himself.
Acrobatics check.
Meanwhile, I
You
use
as well.
Nat 20.
Yeah, I used one of my key points to just jump as high as I can in the air, do a flip, land in front of him, just go, oh!
Okay.
Acrobatics check of 28.
Well, I just rolled a nat 1, so go ahead and roll a d10 from both of you.
Heyo.
We can add that bardic inspiration whenever we wish. D10, you said? That's a 9 from me.
8 from me.
Somehow you actually have perceived the audience to believe that he's speaking about his ugly, disheveled-ass grandmother.
If you wanted to throw the flare in there, you could have silent imaged her, probably.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
No, because I rolled a nat 1.
Ah, fair enough.
Grammy's standing right behind him the whole time.
Sleeps in from the shadows.
Right there!
Yeah, just like every one of the audience. Oh! So what did you guys get again?
9.
8.
So 17 total.
17. Add 17 to that roll.
That'd be 28.
Wow.
And with a nat 1 that fails dramatically, roll
I-
8d4.
Oh, 8d4. Okay. I will need those
8d4.
I mean, 8d6. I apologize.
8d6. Woo!
Even better.
That's crazy.
then. I don't know what that is.
The damage numbers in these bard fights get insane.
This man was not ready for
Yeah,
today.
when you're saying all this, speaking of exactly that, you feel. Oh shit, that's a pencil. You feel that when you're saying these things out loud and you're feeling like the bolster of like your allies and everyone in the audience kind of just like adding on to it, and the fact that Grammy even showed up, there's this psychic force that's coming out of your lungs that you had no idea is putting this much effort into how you're speaking, but you're seeing it physically have an effect on Broadway that you almost feel like this is coming out so naturally that this booming like power within your voice has just awakened inside of you.
I did 35.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, Slander's not doing too hot. Because when he takes a step back, she's like, what are you talking? Grammy ducks under him and Charlie horses him to hit the floor.
Question, is there...
Grammy just like comes in, like goes like this, just like takes her arm, swings.
Question, this stage decoration that we have, is there anything that's shatterable on it?
Roll a perception check.
Because Wake might have a thought for the next
21.
perception 18.
18? Let's see.
Preferably something that won't injure somebody if it shatters.
Some of the eyes actually look like they're supposed to be spotlights that were up at the top corner. So, like, it's like a good 20 feet away from you, but those things are covered in glass.
Good.
Because the actual, like, pupil is the lamp. Broadway stands up, kind of just, like, looks at Grammy, and she spider walks out. He takes his shades off, crushes them in his hand, and throws them to the side.
I think he's serious now.
Yep.
Okay. Now you got my attention.
He's so haggard at this point, you hear it in his breath.
Yo mama's so stupid. She climbed over a glass wall to see what was on the other side.
Fucking everyone's just standing up, like, screaming at this whole entire thing.
Wake's just like, oh no, that one was pretty good.
You actually watch.
That would be pretty dumb.
You watch as Slander kind of like snaps his finger, and jutting from in between you guys is a plate of translucent sugar.
That works even better for me.
He kind of like spins his hand to his ear, takes the chicken staff, and it's a very obese orc woman as she shatters through the glass. And it goes back inside the staff.
Bye, ma'am. You bet.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll that.
All right.
All right, I need everyone to roll a wisdom save.
There it is. Modified 20.
15.
15 as well.
Unfortunately for you two, that means whatever dice pool you get is going to be dropped down by 1. So it's like if I say a D6, that means
It's a D4, yeah.
That glass kind of just that sugary glass kind of just hit you a little bit like oh.
That was all right, but get ready for the boom. Here comes the boom. Give him the boom, Eloy.
You are on round 3. You have two more after this.
Now look, I'm not saying your mama's easy, but I do think she might be part Fae because your daddy had to wait in a ley line on their wedding night.
I cast Shatter on the lights up above. Boom! They just explode and glass rains down.
Ezra just does a dramatic feint, like just, oh, I've got the vapors!
And I catch him.
I like that one. Roll with advantage. You would have gotten a 10. It's going to
So
be
I'm a
demoted
D8?
to an 8. And you got a 6. It got demoted to a 4.
4.
All right.
Persuasion or, performance.
That's a modified 20.
I got a 5.
3.
So 28 again? What?
He tied that. He's taking half damage.
Woo!
All right, that's what, 2d6?
No, that's a 46.
Wait,
Oh, it is.
what if you add your bardic inspiration to that? This is a good time for it, if
This
any.
does
actually.
Good point.
Just one will do.
Yep.
5.
Never mind, he fails. Roll a 4d6.
All right, so 13.
13. You actually watch as a piece of his suit's shoulder pad rips off. As he falls back, like at least he looks like he got hit with something.
I think he's on the ropes, Eloy.
I got 2 more in me.
You got him.
I'm just rubbing Elo's shoulders.
You got this.
Broadway, your retort.
Brush Elo's shoulders off.
You know, I really liked this jacket. Fine. I'm impressed. Your mom is so fat that she calls the folds between her rolls the Underdark.
Fucking, you just watch this rat folk from the ceiling are swinging like, oh! Like from the ceiling, they're swinging up. There's a couple of dudes that actually from, the clock in the background, there's like 5 of them just come up. Oh! Oh boy, okay. Everyone roll a wisdom save.
21.
Ooh,
21 as well.
21 also.
What?
19 plus 2.
Hey.
Unfortunately, he kind of broke that.
Oh, no!
Oh, Jesus.
With a 27.
Well, that would in fact be to 21.
Yep.
That's a -1 to dice for you two.
Okay.
And for poor Eloy, let me get them dice back.
There you go.
Okay, Eloy. You take half of this. It's half of 22, so 11.
All right. Still hanging in there. That's pretty fat. I don't know if your mama's that fat, but I will say, when she touched a gelatinous cube, it got sucked into her.
Just like water around, spraying water everywhere. Go!
He watches the gnome. He's like, oh no, it's the mother, no!
Ezra pulls out his copy of Planes and Evil Things and just starts ripping out pages. Read you like a book! Just throwing pages up in the air, just like, ah!
That takes away your disadvantage.
Yes!
A 1d6 turned to a 1d4.
Alright.
A 1d10.
Hell yeah!
Well, got the max out of it, so that's good. 4.
5.
13.
13 plus 9.
Yep.
21.
21?
Oh,
All right.
22, sorry.
Yeah.
22? Sorry.
My math brain done
Holy
goofed.
Fuck, I rolled a nat 1.
Hey-o!
Full damage.
Oh, shit.
Roll 8.
If he ain't down with this.
10, 21, 27.
Just going to add a note on my book here.
36.
Missing the first 20 pages.
36. Let me do some calculating here. Okay, I shit you fucking not. He's up by 1.
Whew. All right.
You actually watch as he hits the floor with that one. Like, back of the head hits the fucking the mat. Everyone in the audience shuts the fuck up the instant that happens.
Wake's gonna go over and offer a hand to let him up.
He slaps your hand away as he gets back up.
Wake shrugs.
Haggard, one more turn to go.
This has been fun.
Oh, he looks genuine about that. You see the smirk on his face. He looks like his face got hit with a hammer a couple of times, but even then he's still like, oh yeah, this was great.
That was good. Your mama's so fat, even Gore can't pick her up.
And Gorp can pick up any woman he wants.
Big. It's true.
The entire crowd just waves one side and waves the other. Someone tosses a gnome off to the side. Fuck, I rolled a nat 20.
Uh-oh.
The sheer fucking noise that erupts from this place. You just feel like it's a geyser of fucking energy, just like uppercut every single one of you. You guys cannot lend aid to the hype for this round.
I even had an idea ready.
Doesn't even need us. Doesn't even need us.
You got this, Eloy!
Eloy, it's time for me to roll damage numbers for you. Dice, please.
All right. Do I get a wisdom save to try and take half? Okay.
You rolled
Wake's gonna step off stage like,
Confirm it. Confirm it.
Oh!
Nat 20!
Nat 20!
Yeah! Woohoo!
Return!
Let me get those real quick, though. It's
There
going to
you
be
go.
halved.
All right.
I shit you not, he rolled a nat 20. So that would have been 31 cut in half. Round that up.
So 16.
So 16, yeah.
16. That knocks me out.
I was gonna say, Wake did walk off stage.
Yes.
Can I sleight of hand a scroll of healing word to make it so he doesn't faint?
Roll me a stealth.
One of my better stats. That's a 19 on the die, making it a 27.
How perceptive.
By 2 points, you made it.
Just don't even need us, Eloy. Maybe a little. Just as you feel yourself fainting, you
Roll
feel
it.
this burst of energy from, I think it's 1d4 plus...
2d4 plus 4.
Oh, TD4 plus 4. That's healing word? God damn. Yeah, you heal for 8 damage.
Okay. That'll bring me back up. Eloy slumps down on the ground. Think he's out. This has been real good. No, that's real good. Before we call it a night, did I see any other centaurs in the audience? Can I get a hell yeah from every other centaur?
You actually see a female centaur in the audience. Hell yeah!
Yeah! I've been traveling for I don't even know how long, and I've never seen another centaur until I got here. I mean, I thought I did once at the doctor's office. Turns out it was just your mama. Her proctologist fell halfway in. Oh!
You hear Wake from off stage.
It gives no actual assistance, but just to use my idea. With my alchemy jug, I just have champagne flowing out of it.
Give him your C6s.
All of them.
Well, here's 3 of them.
You can have mine as well. How many D6 is this shit? Jesus Christ. For a dude that's at 1?
We're gonna blast this motherfucker.
He's gonna be dead. You're gonna be the new headmaster.
Roll it.
Hey,
Fucking.
there was a bard I could hire.
So, I don't know if any of you have played Splatoon.
Yeah.
Have you seen the end of the new DLC?
I have
Can't
not.
say I have.
Okay, for anyone who knows what that reference is, that's pretty much what Eloy just fucking did to this dude.
Okay. Dumped on him, I'm guessing.
Dunked on him super fucking hard.
All right.
He's got Nintendo gacked. He got slimed.
15, 16,
I was thinking it was like when the
19,
cat
20,
tallies up the
21,
score and then just
22,
like looks like
23,
it's about the same, then
24,
bam!
25,
one
26,
side.
27, 28.
Did somebody just say I don't know? Because you can't do that on television.
Yeah.
36. So technically you did 36 points of damage to him.
God damn.
So now I want to explain to you what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, how did my totally not assisting help him?
Eloy,
had the blue
that one, you just fucking felt that in the pit of your gut welling inside of you that you just fucking saw Scrung yelling at you for hours upon hours that night. Beating so many fucking insults at you into the earth until finally he got up and held your hand to grab you and pull you up and be like, you're ready. That, you fucking saw that the moment you let that fucking loose. You have just learned a new spell.
Ooh.
It is a homebrew spell. I'm going to give you.
Ooh.
Seismic Insult.
I like it.
Seismic Insult runs on a wisdom check. You roll your wisdom plus your spell DC. So your spell DC plus your wisdom.
All right.
If the enemy fails to do this, they take 10d6 psychic damage. The caveat of
Jesus.
using this though is that you take away every spell for that day that requires level 1 and 2.
Okay, so you burn all your level 1 and 2 slots for that
Yep.
one? Okay. Still, god damn, 10d6.
Yep. And he's allowed to actually up those in level.
Oh God.
So that would
Jesus.
take away his cantrips for the day, but instead, for doing that, you can then transform those D6s to D10s.
Holy fuck.
As someone who doesn't play spells, I
Question.
have no idea.
What if he has like one level 1 spell slot left, like, and he burned all his level 2s?
That would still count.
Okay, so you can use it as long as you have
So
a
save it.
slot
So long
left.
as you have a spell count.
Holy shit.
That's like a last resort.
Yeah.
I'm tapped. This is my last spell slot. Wow.
I will...
The entire set and Slander goes flying off in a typhoon of just fucking sonic energy. Not even everyone in the fucking audience knew that was going to happen coming out of you.
I just got a flash to the future of us dealing with the big bad, and then you just coming out and just saying, you fucking suck. And he just dies.
Big bad evil guy, more like big bad dummy.
Head explodes.
We're all laying there just beaten and battered, and Ezra just with his final breath, Eloy, use your words.
Eloy, stop holding back.
You don't have to fight, just talk it out.
There's a deafening silence for like 10 seconds until everyone in the audience erupts. You saved that. Everyone should be thankful that Wake showed the fuck up.
Wake will never speak of this. He's thinking of it as like, there's a gift. That's my thank you.
Meanwhile, fucking Nedra and Ansel are being pushed around like in a fucking like rock concert. They're being like pushed back and forth in the
the
wave
mosh
of
pit?
people, mosh pit style. Slander gets up, just pushes debris out of the way. He's like all frazzled. His fucking suit's all over the place. He's just looking at you. starts clapping at you.
Thank you. Oh my God. Eloy's staggering too. Oh, that was good, man. That was.
Did you see what you learned? He's now talking with his actual voice. You've actually used You've used the power of your lungs. And what did the gnome tell you? Using your lungs and also your mind to combine that magic together creates such a great sonic force that you have just pulled something deep out of you.
Thank you, sir. I'll never forget this.
He hands you a bottle of wine.
Poop.
Everyone fucking roars an explosion of celebration as everyone's now just like got fucking beers and throwing rubber chickens and playing cards all over the fucking place. Everyone's having a blast here today at the Satire College. He hands you a badge.
Number 2. Oh, thank you, sir.
And he hands you a bag of 20,000 gold.
That looks heavy.
Yeah, you actually go to grab it, you pick it up, roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
2,000 coins of gold.
17.
Huh?
Nope, you got it.
I got it.
That wine gave you a second wind.
I just gotta get it from underneath while oh, okay. Yeah. Saddlebags. Oh, you know what? I'll distribute that later. Thank you, sir.
He pats you on the shoulder, picks up his cloak, puts it back around himself, and walks off into the darkness. As the lights return and everyone's still cheering.
He's gonna go cry himself to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
I knew you had it in you, Eloy.
That was amazing.
Oh, it was touch and go. Thank you, guys. I couldn't have done it without you.
The power was in you the whole time, Eloy.
As there's a burnt piece of paper on the floor.
It was his own words that saved him.
No, that's fine. No, it's fine. I'm okay with this. All right. Well, congratulations.
You just got your second badge. And now we celebrate in song.
Well, now you have a really big fucking amount of money to spend at this point.
Yep.
As all of you are now like walking out, finally, like after a couple hours have passed, it's like 5 o'clock at night. Everyone's kind of just like looking like a fucking maelstrom of wind was blowing all over the place.
Well, that was an event.
Yeah, that was.
Thanks for coming and grabbing me for that. I wouldn't have known when or where.
No, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming by. It
Of course, I
helped out a lot.
can't just, I know the way I walked off was rough, but you guys still mean a lot to me.
I mean, I've been thinking on that a lot the last couple of days, and I want you to know I get it. I really do. I mean, you were making noises about not wanting us to get hurt, and, I mean, the truth is, like, that, I mean, if there's one thing I've learned, death comes for everybody. You can't run away from it by standing still. So I don't want you to worry about me none. I'm going to live my life the way I want to, but at the same time, seeing you meet your brother again, I think that might have been the only time in the whole time I've known you that you were really happy. And I want you to have that, man. If that's what does it for you, then of course you got to stay.
I'll be honest. I'm not the best at, dealing with feelings or showing them, or it's just not how I work. But Eloy, you've been kind of a light for me, because I feel so much anger all the time, and just to see you walk through life the way you do, smile on your face, very rarely getting upset, it was inspiring to me. And, well, when I saw you fall down in that alleyway, and I realized that I wasn't strong enough to I feel like I lost a part of myself. I didn't even feel the thing bite down on me. But when I noticed it was there, all I could feel was anger. And I looked it in the eyes, and I can't even remember what happened. The next thing I remember is just burning and watching its eyes as it stared at me, scared. And I liked it. And that scared me. And when the flames finally subsided, I heard Ezra panicking to get you back up, and I realized that in the time that I was doing all of that, I could have lost you guys. And I can't do that. I need to be better. I need to be stronger, like my master. If I can do that, then I feel like I can help. But I can't do that, not how I am. So when I walked off that night, it was not a decision that came by easily for me. I felt like it was just something I just had to do quickly, or else I wasn't going to be able to. You guys and everybody aboard the Yeldon, you gave me a family again. And I don't want to lose that. And if that means I have to step back so that I can become better, become stronger, to be able to do what I need to do, and just for the first time and forever get ahead of something. When I said that if you need me, I'll be there. By the way, that thing I gave you, I know I didn't really explain it. It's kind of a messenger bird.
Oh, it's that thing. Okay.
Yeah, I paid for that.
I thought you
It's-
just handed me some goopy remains or something. I didn't know what this was.
I'll be around here. I'll be training with Nedra. We'll be working to get better, get ahead of our problems. And I'll be studying with my brother to figure out that secret that my master left behind, with his parts of his memory and my parts and the scrolls that I have. Maybe we can put it together, because whatever this thing is, whatever Nedra's dad is, he's going to be coming either for her or for that. And I just want to make sure that when he does come, that target is as small as possible to stop any unnecessary destruction. But if you guys run into any trouble, I will be there as fast as I can. And by the way, you're going to Ibra Call, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
If you see Castor there, can you just do one thing for me?
Anything, Wake.
Just walk up and kick him square in the dick. Look, I know I'm trying to get I know I'm trying to get away from this whole vengeance thing, but I feel like petty vengeance is a different flavor, and I think that's okay.
I know I said anything, and maybe we'll kick him in the dick, maybe mentally.
Okay,
or in some emotional or
if you can get somebody to do
financial
it, you don't
sense.
even have to do it. Just make sure that whoever does it, tell them that it's from Wake Scalebound. And it'll be even better if he doesn't know who that is. I want that moment of confusion where he gets kicked in the dick, and he's like, why did this person kick me in the dick? And then he'll say it's because of this person. And if he doesn't know who that is, that's even better to me.
That's a good point. Also, there's a fallen Asimar who might be totally up for this challenge now that I think about it.
And a new guy?
Yeah, you haven't met him yet, but he's great.
Okay, well, if as long as he keeps you guys safe, he's good in my book.
Well, yet hasn't gotten a chance to try that yet, but I have a good feeling about him. And Wake, as your captain, I have to admit, when you walked out at first, I honestly thought it was something I had done, that I had been some sort of poor captain who had led you astray, and you had realized that you had gone on some journey that you didn't want, and that I had led you off some path you were looking for. But hearing you talk about this makes me realize that you would set out on a journey to find vengeance and to find an answer. But as your captain, I led you to a family, and now I realize that I did my job better than I even thought I could.
The worst part of it all was the fact that this vengeance I've been going on against, this 3-year journey of mine, has been entirely misguided, and that's what I needed to take stock of that. And you know what? When we first started traveling together and you offered yourself up as captain, I'll admit I rolled my eyes, but you've done a good job, and though I may not be sailing on the ship with you. And Wake kind of takes a step back. Just know that I'll always consider you captain. And he kind of like holds out his arm to...
Wake does like a handshake, like, I'm honored to be your captain, but I'm happier to be your friend. Just pulls it in.
They can make it on their own.
You do what you have to do, Wake! Hold on. Performance, I'm gonna try and fight tears.
Wake isn't, he's One Piece crying.
There are no
15.
goodbyes. The French say au revoir.
Ezra does a 15. Is he crying out, like, is he, like tears? Is he just like you can tell he's doing it, but he's like, it's not quite rolling down? What's a 15 in performance and attempting to not show himself crying?
Roll for emotion.
Manliest man of man that ever manned not tears.
You motherfucker!
Yeah, that's right, Wake. Okay.
Nedra comes walking out with a basket over her head.
Wipes his face off. How you doing, Nedra?
It's got kind of like those like hiccups you get after a really big
Pulls
cry.
the basket off of her head as a bunch of playing cards and stupid shit like falls out like marbles and whatnot.
Ooh, doodads.
They gave us a party basket.
Ooh.
Here's one for you,
Thank you.
one for you,
All right.
and I get to keep this one.
We'll share.
Okay, well, I guess.
Sharing is caring, Nedra.
Oh, okay.
Did you happen to see which way that centaur lady went? Because I want to try and get word of my people.
What centaur lady?
She did the hell yeah on the audience.
Oh, I was sitting in the front. I didn't see that.
I heard it from the crowd, but from where I was, there was no way I'd be able to pinpoint where it was. I'm sorry, Eli.
That's kind of off stage.
Yeah, I imagine at this point we've kind of like shuffled to some backstage area.
Here outside.
Outside? Okay. Yeah, Eloy's gonna try and like peer around to where the crowd's filing out, see if he can catch a glimpse of any other centaurs.
Perception with disadvantage.
All right.
Eloy will, or Ezra will try and help. Ezra.
Soul Awake.
25, even with disadvantage.
Better than me.
Yeah, my disadvantage was 8.
You see her actually leaving the corner, like just very quickly, like around the turn. She's leaving. Like the only way you're gonna catch up to her is if you sprint, and even then, it's gonna be another perception check.
Just a second. Eloy just gallops in that direction.
Alrighty. You get to the street where you last saw her turn. She's actually heading north just towards the outskirts of where the town starts proper.
I was going to say, she's now 3 vampires.
Oh, no! Eloy. Actually, he's still got the horn. He bugles after. Hey, wait up!
Everyone turns around and looks at you just like, what?
Sorry, centaur lady. Hello. Hi. Quick word.
That shoots out to 300 feet.
Roll me a persuasion.
17.
She stops and turns around. She looks like she is a asinine centaur as well. She's looking like left and right. She turns and looks to herself and points like,
Yeah, hey, hi. This is weird. I'm not used to seeing one of us that I didn't know since I was born.
What?
she's off in the distance. She's not moving closer.
Eloy moves to close the distance with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come here.
She like meanders on over. She's wearing a sort of poncho-esque kind of like deal. She has a tannish brown skin as well. Her hair is jet black. She has a little bit of like small bead like wristbands that go from her wrist all the way up to her shoulder on one arm, and on the other side of her arm she has like a small little like shorthand bow.
And actually, I didn't ask. Does Eloy recognize her? Because if she was from his home tribe, he would.
That would have to be an intelligence check,
Okay.
Or a history check.
13.
You have never seen this person before in your life.
Hi. Yeah, this is weird. I grew up. I mean, you're not a stonky donk. What herd are you from?
Oh, herd?
Yeah.
I'm from the coral stump, just off the ways.
Does Eli know of the coral stump?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Coral Stump is completely new to you. You've never heard this faction ever before in your life.
Oh man, that is so weird. I never met another one of us that wasn't a stonky donk like me.
I never heard of such. I'd never even heard of that before. I know there's the Stone Hooves just way up the north, but they're up the mountainside.
Stone Hooves, roll a history check with advantage on that one.
Oh, all right. 15.
They own the top of the mountain. They are the top of the mountain. They are a class well above your own. Some even say that they're not asinine, they are just horse centaur incarnate.
Oh yeah, no, I met a Stone Hooves once. They were up on the top. I must have been on the other side of the mountain from you if I met them but never met you.
Never heard of just Stonky Donk. That's. By the way, what's your name? My name's Carol.
Carol, hi Carol, I'm Eloy.
Nice to meet you,
Eloy, she like holds your hand out.
Shake her hand.
Shakes hands.
I've been traveling around for I don't even know how long. I never met another centaur. Well, not one that was alive. Certainly not an asinine centaur.
What do you mean alive? That sounds pretty grim.
Yeah, it was weird. He turned into a stick. He's all right now.
You're funny.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I was just hoping to hear word of my kin.
Well, I hate to be that person, Mr. Eloy, but I ain't never heard of your tribe before. I only kind of know of my own and those that live way more inland. Not around the mountain, of course, but I mean, we are both asinine centaur. I guess we both of our tribes kind of live more towards the base of the mountain.
Yeah, we're more of like a hill, like mountain, but down.
Don't you hate it when the rocks come down from the top?
Yeah, and they kill you right dead.
I killed my brother Jeb.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, there's a Jeb back home. I didn't know that name went around.
It's a really common centaur name.
Yeah.
That's the third one we've heard of in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's the herdmaster of the whole herd. I studied the druid ways under him. I was never no good at it,
Wait a minute, was his name Jeb?
Yeah, Jeb.
Oh, we got one of those in our tribe, too.
Oh, yeah? Is he the herdmaster?
Thinks he is.
Oh, no. Herdmaster Jeb was definitely the herdmaster. He could pass through trees and do all kinds of neat druid
This is
tricks.
Jeb.
Oh, no, he
I'm
wasn't
guessing
no Jeb.
Ezra and Wake would have caught up here at some point.
Yeah, no, you're just watching because this
I
is
was
now
gonna
happening.
say Ezra's just listening in like kind of baffled silence of just like never really thinking about the fact that there had to be more people that Eloy came from. Clearly.
Well, I mean, if you're here, that must mean that you came here to at least like transport some goods to Rat, or no?
I mean, does humor and joy count as a good?
Boy, howdy, it sure does.
Oh, boy. Then, yeah, I did.
We love making people smile. When they usually come up to our neck of the woods, we usually try to make the most accommodating as possible before they make a trek up the mountain. Most of them folks are from Rat themselves, trying to make a name for themselves, going to the tomb.
Oh, there's a tomb over on this side of the mountain?
Oh, yeah. They say it's where the giants used to sleep.
Huh.
That sounds disconcerting.
I'm sorry. Yeah, used to?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all dead now.
Except for that one that was walking around the ocean.
Well, that's a Titan.
Ah, different.
Okay.
I know much about him. He caused a big windstorm a couple days. Oh, you weren't caught in that, were you?
Oh, yeah.
A little.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
by the
Well,
way- by
you're
the
very
way,
lucky to
Carol?
be alive. Hi, I'm Carol.
Carol, this is Captain Ezra.
Hi.
And this is Wake. They're my friends.
Hi.
Nice to meet the both of you.
Nice to meet you, Carol.
There's
Pleasure's all
Onslow
mine.
and Nedra just show up. She like shrivels like, oh.
Don't worry, they're well, I won't say harmless, but if
They're
we're here, they
friends.
shouldn't do anything.
Well, you came from the ocean then. That makes sense. You must have been one of them ocean fellas that coming over to migrate. I didn't know that we started migrating towards the water.
No, just me mostly. How does your folk feel about music?
How do we feel about music?
She's just like, she like looks at you. She just like looks like she's about to slap you over the face. Just like, how dare you? She pulls up a little thing of bongos.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You got the bar. I see. I got them too, but I also got this.
You got more?
I play a little flute for her. Yeah.
Her eyes dilate like.
Yeah. A traveler came through the tribe and he taught me how to play that, and well, turns out it was magic.
kind of magic?
Yeah, like magic that can fill up your heart and make you feel real good, but also it can mess with your mind.
Which is funny because you were the kind of guy who was blowing up all the sorts of stuff back at the college.
Yeah, like that.
See, I'm trying to learn some magic too, but mine's a wee bit different than that.
Oh, what's yours do?
Oh, I could do this.
She like looks over to the floor. She like holds her hand out, and you watch as like insects and plants start like rooting themselves out of the ground. She makes a small patch of just like a small little ecosystem of just like bugs and flowers plop up.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. That looks like the druid ways, like what I was trying to learn from Herdmaster Jeb, only I was never no good at it.
Oh, that's a shame. We're the farming types. We make sure all the gourds are come in.
I don't know rightly that I've ever had a gourd. What's a gourd?
You ever had a pumpkin?
Okay, yeah, like Timothy likes.
Yeah, he loves pumpkins.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're delicious. I hold up the rock.
Like these pumpkins, right?
Yeah,
I don't rightly know if you can eat rocks, mister, but if that's you, you do you.
I will. I'm gonna do a survival check to gather some of those bugs for bait. 15.
You pick one up. It looks like a beetle that's almost on fire on the underbelly.
Oh, is that one of them lantern bugs that
Just
Mr.
getting ready to
Onslow was
say.
talking about?
What kind of bug is this?
Oh, you've
Yeah.
never seen these? This is a lantern beetle.
Oh.
Huh, neat.
Onslow's just like,
You want one?
boy, howdy do I.
All right, there you go.
Picks it, squashes it, his whole hand is engulfed in a blue flame.
Whoa.
That seemed less than safe.
No, it's legit, son. They're around here. I got things to do later.
Well, I mean, if you just, you could have kept, whatever. I'll see. I'm just gonna keep
Oh,
gathering
you
like little
kidding? They're all
mealworms and
around this
stuff.
place. We usually gotta try and keep them away from all the crops because they usually set the patches on fire.
I could see that being a real problem.
Hey, if your people know the stone hooves, could I send a letter with you to hand over to them, to hand over to the stonky donks next time you see them?
Well, I mean, so long as you got a map that shows us how.
She holds up a map and shows it to you. Roll me a insight check. A history check.
Hey, nat 20. Woo!
Nice.
You can actually pinpoint that your tribe is on the opposite end of the entire mountain base, just towards the edge of the entire map that she's holding up.
Okay, wow. All right, I'm starting to figure this navigation stuff out.
It's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, if Rat's over here and I never did see that, we must be way over there, because I went all downhill.
Because if you remember, the entire mountain encompasses like all the way from here towards the end of Silver Gleam. So that's where you were, where you actually left to get to Jahal Cove with Silver Gleam.
So, okay, yeah. I didn't think of asking a name for it because I'd never been to no town or city of any kind before. But yeah, this what says Silver Gleam right here. That must be
you
where
from
I
there?
went.
That's the harvest capital, son.
Yeah, they was real nice folks.
Well, all right. Well, we can absolutely, I could send someone to try and message it out towards you. Like, if you got a letter, She looks over left and right. You know how to write?
Yeah. My daddy had the only book in the whole tribe. He taught me how to read from it.
You are a sorcerer.
You're a wizard, Eli.
Oh, careful where you talk about that. You might get burned.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Maybe it's best if you write the letter here and I come back and get it later, because if we do that in the tribe, we might get a little suspicious-eyed.
Yeah. They didn't hold much for reading and writing, and boy, once they figured I was doing magic that didn't come from the ground.
The inland folk don't really like the coastal folk because they're a little too radical in their ideas.
Yeah, that's why I had to leave. They didn't cotton much to my music.
I can't believe they didn't catch you. Wait, were you exiled?
I mean, mildly, yes. I mean, it wasn't so much, hey, you got to leave right now. It was, well, you got a choice. Leave and take your music with you, or stay and give up your music.
Oh, see, and we don't got a choice, because then the stone hooves come down and just execute us.
Ooh, that's no good.
Sounds real rude.
Stonehooves seem like serious customers.
Nobody around here takes issue with that? Like, they're just allowed to do that?
It's not their jurisdiction. Stone hooves can actually come down here and start a real ruckus that I don't even think most of the people here in the entire city could actually take care of, even if they got some magic hoo-ha.
That's
impressive considering we have the guild hall here. And I feel like
There's literally an avatar of death hanging around the building. Maybe more than one. I am not sure.
these stone hooves must be something fierce.
Well, I mean, we do well, there is a reason why we live near the tombs, because, you know, them stone hoof boys, they can make him come back up and start walking around again.
oh my.
They can reanimate giants?
Is that what it means to wake him up again?
I don't know. I got a lot of things that I am currently like. This is something that I might look into.
Yeah, this sounds like
I can ask around.
I mean, they ain't living, they don't say much anything, they just walk around and do menial chores.
See, some people do their living other ways. I mean, you know, some people like to talk. Some people like to just do.
You know, it is kind of funny that they were saying that they don't lack other types of magic, and then they start doing this. It's only happened, like, I don't know, a few years ago.
seems a bit hypocritical. You're
Touch,
right.
tiny bit.
Well, I mean, so long as we're making the food and Rat gives us all the money, we don't rightly care. We normally don't go on up to that tribe anyway.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like their views align pretty nicely with what the Stonky Dong folk thought back home. So maybe it was just never no problem.
Eloy, you know, if you want, I can keep an eye on this for
We
you.
got big rocks, too.
I can even deliver the letter for you if you want. I will admit, I am very curious to meet your family.
All right. I mean, it's a long ways up that mountain, but
I feel like I'll have some free time. Plus,
You'll just have to
it'll-
be careful of them big old rocks, then. I know they might like that fish boy like you are. You want to roll an insight check to see what she's talking about?
Yeah. Boy, did that go over my head. Natural wonders.
Shit, rocks can move.
Oh, man, no, I don't want them rolling on me.
Does
It's
anyone
okay. It's okay. I'll have Nedra with me. She can push rocks.
Onslow. I can't. Carol looks at you. You can, lady? Oh boy, I sure can. I can lift them, no problem. I can push them all over. That's amazing considering they fly.
Just gotta catch them real good. I can help.
Is she talking about like the falling rocks, like Old Lady Big Rock Mountain? Is that what she means?
I mean, they really only fly in one direction, which is down on top of people.
Oh, but these rocks can fly
fall.
up, down. What do you mean? These rocks could fall down and then just fly back up again with someone killed.
Okay, that's a new one on me. Usually, like, that's the only good part about a rock slide is it takes care of the burial right there.
I will.
ROC, son. ROC.
With the
Like the male birds.
Oh.
Except these ones are probably wild. I got something to do later today.
Well, sounds like we got 3 people that can check this out for you while you're away.
All right, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Could even turn into some weird sort of one-shot even. Like a mini-sode.
Who knows?
Ooh,
It's
planting
like
seeds.
It's like there's a bunch of random adventurers that could be recruited for this.
Wild. You finally cracked the Da Vinci Code of my fucking plans.
I cracked it a while ago. That's why I'm looking at the camera.
Alrighty. So Carol pretty much tells you, yeah, like this is what's going on. Is there anything else you want to get out of her before we move on?
No, that's pretty much it.
Her digits.
Well, I mean, I'm always the one who makes sure that all the stuff comes back. I'm the one who usually has all the battle tendencies. I mean, I got this bow, and I got these arrows that if they hit someone, they split apart and to hit more things. Hit
Hold
them
on.
real good.
Can I have a look at those?
Oh, sure, here you go. She hands you what looks like a rock on a stick.
I'm going to investigate this. 19.
19. There's a wick at the end of it.
Okay, so it connects, and then when this hits something, it lights up and sends these shooting out? Is that how this works?
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, you mind if I keep one of these?
Oh, well,
I can pay you for it if you'd like. If
well,
there's
I
anything you
actually
want.
would like that if you could at least pay me for the trouble.
Absolutely. Here. Like just kind of fishes out of his pocket. Like, here's like just kind of gives her like 5 gold. Just like,
Roll persuasion.
25.
Well, you drive a hard bargain. I mean, my pappies make 'em go boom. Make 'em go boom arrows are pretty effective, but you know what? I like you. I'll take it.
Thank you very much.
She hands you 4 primitive explosive arrows.
Add this to my slow.
They do not work on crossbows. They
Yeah.
work on actual bows. So a short bow or a long bow can use these. Crossbow, no. That's a bolt.
Okay. It's more, he's going to take a look at this and see if he can give it to the Gimme brothers to reverse engineer into similar bolts.
Right on.
What if you learn to reverse engineer it?
Also that.
Yeah.
All right, well, it was nice to meet you, Mr. Ezra, Mr. Woken, and
about
Eloy.
right.
Yeah, it was real nice to meet you too. Man, that was weird. I'm sorry, it's just blowing my mind. Every asinine centaur I know, I've known my whole life. Meeting a new one?
Well, if you want to go to Coral Stump, I mean, our tribe's just up the way. Probably about half a day's travel.
It does seem a bit out of the way right now, but it's up to you, Eloy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we, like, by the time we have to leave, by the time I got there, I'd have to turn right around and go back.
Well, it's not like the town's going nowhere, silly. If you're going to be going somewhere and being back here, we'll still be here.
Yeah, might be something to check out next time we're in town.
No, I like the sound of that. That and we can just hear back reports, perhaps, while we're gone. Who knows what we'll find?
All right, well, you all have a good time, and thank you very much for that performance. That was quite fun.
Thank you so
I
much.
kind of snuck in here to see it, so don't tell nobody.
Secret safe with us. Thank
I
you.
like you boys already.
Thanks for telling us about your home. We might have been mighty curious.
All right, y'all have a good one. She, gallops off.
Bye.
And this is where we'll take a break right here.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back after this.
Cindy, nope.
Welcome back to the table.
So, after that little encounter, a couple of hours have passed. You guys have taken your break. Eloy mentally got back all of his HP, even though, physically nothing ever happened to him.
He's been resuscitated
Yep.
in his mind.
At this point, Dagon has gotten everyone that he was talking about that you want to get on your ship. They're all here. Some of your allies have been brought up, like Scrung came by with a couple of the others who are just waiting there. Pliskin and Risk were there.
Yeah, we still got to get over to the Yeldon.
Yeah, at this point, they're now waiting for you. Like, so, how'd it go? Like, Pliskin's looking at you just like, wow, you look like dog shit, mate.
I feel like it too, but I got me this badge. It was all worth it.
Well, congratulations. So do you have any idea which college you're going to go to next?
I don't know. Is there a branch in Ebercall?
We don't rightly know. However, I wouldn't put it past them that they would have something like that.
I mean, they just kind of started. I mean, we just kind of show up, and sometimes they're just there.
I mean, you have, Valor and now Satire?
Yeah. Those are the two I've got right now.
I've heard whispers that there might be a swords college there.
Oh, man. And I thought satire was tough. I'd pull out my mithril scimitar. I've used this, once, twice?
I wonder if we'll ever find the school that, that one creepy black cat who used to be spying on us all the time went to, the Whispering Script or whatever.
I think... Yeah, I think the Whispers is one of those that's not rightly supposed to exist.
Oh, monster.
I think
Like it's a secret or something spoken about in hushed tones, as it were.
Oh,
Yeah.
a whimper.
What about the secret, says Nedra.
Oh, you.
No one here cares.
Not about the secrets.
There's Gentle, just she kind of wafts in out of nowhere right next to Nedra.
Oh my God, again.
That's a funny hat you have. She's still wearing the basket on her head. I know, right? Isn't it cool? Look what they got for me. She walks off with Gentle as they're now going buddy going into what's in the basket.
I'll be dealing with that for a while.
You've got your work cut out for you, friend.
Hey,
A
wait.
bit.
You want to roll a investigation check on Gentle?
Yes, I am exceedingly.
Investigative.
I've been getting some really high rolls.
Oh,
Investigation.
imagine that for a way.
Yeah, but this is one of my not good stats, and that's a modified 20.
For a split second, you thought Gentle was looking at you with menacing, glaring teeth, but you shake it off. She's still talking to Nedra.
She rubs me the wrong way.
No, I can get that. I feel like she's.
Shar is standing there too, and he looks more of the stoic point of this situation.
Morally ambiguous. I feel like she's just, she kind of just works for whoever pays the most. And with a naive but powerful person like Nedra, that's a scary cocktail.
Yeah, it's kind of the name of the. I guess it's just the town. Guess that makes it a good place to train.
So we got word from Scrung that you're looking to close down the Elded for good, Captain.
Yeah, it's. I think it's about time that we finally laid it to rest. We can't have it endangering other ships anymore, and we have to let it go.
Question: did Wake actually get it off the ship, or did somebody else get it before him?
I need you to roll a history check.
All right. Well, Wake, like I said, when Wake was cleaning out his stuff, he would have grabbed it if it was on there alone in his honey bowl and stuff like that.
All right.
So I'm just curious if anybody got to him before him. History check, that's a 18. Oh, I'm sorry, 17, that's a 6.
You remember Nedra saying that she got him off the ship a while ago.
Okay, yeah,
So she's been holding on to him for the longest time.
Yeah, and she's been staying with me, so.
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
fair enough, but you haven't seen it appear in the temple for the longest time.
Yeah, but his honey bowl's always empty, so he's got to be around.
Not saying that's dangerous, but that might be dangerous.
Wake doesn't fucking know.
Oh, I know.
Makes sense to us.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess
Even
Ezra and
no,
Eloy were,
even after fucking Pontus and
I was gonna say that's right. Ezra and Eloy were both kind of dressed down for. You have a Fey dragon?
yeah, by Mr. Rattles, the fucking lich.
Wake was around for none of these debriefings,
Oh, yeah.
except for the pixie, who Wake was exceedingly high while dealing with.
Well, Dagon is there too, so
Yeah, Wake. It's just a colorful group of people to Wake.
yep.
Yes. Has anybody seen?
Excuse me.
Has anybody seen Yit lately?
Oh yeah, Nedra grabbed him when we went to grab our stuff off the Yeldon. I haven't seen him around lately, but his honey bowl continues to, empty itself throughout the day. So I guess he's around.
Oh well, I've kind of been getting really engrossed in my studies that I kind of had to get a babysitter.
Oh,
Who's been watching it?
Gentle.
has he
okay.
has he been staying in the litter box at least? Good. All right.
She shakes her. She nods her head yes.
Maybe I misjudged her.
Insight on Gentle, real quick. 19. Yeah, has everything been normal with it?
Just shakes her head yes.
She doesn't really know what normal means, I think, but I guess that means he's just been, himself.
I mean, it's a pseudo dragon.
A fairy dragon.
It's a what now?
That's what it calls itself.
Interesting.
It is.
Shar just looks over at her, just like, "Fuck have you done?"
I don't.
Hey,
It's just
Nedra,
an adorable little boy or girl. It's adorable little it.
people have to be able to make their own decisions, but
Please tell me how this is gonna play out, Captain Nezra. Nezra. Oh my god.
Captain
I don't.
Nezra.
That is not a ship. That is okay. Ezra walks over to Gentle, just kind of like, so. I'm sorry. Just call me a curious papa. But so it's been eating all right, and just what's kind of its daily routine been if when you've been babysitting it.
As far as I know, I've been feeding it honey as per your tiefling's instructions.
He loves that. He just
Oh,
eats it up.
indeed. But I started to think that wasn't a proper diet for such a creature. I've taken care of familiars once or twice in my past.
No, he's not a familiar. He's a. I don't know. I'm familiar with him.
Well, he is a pseudo-dragon, so I would assume. Unless you tell me that he's something different.
I think it's a fairy. He's got them butterfly wings.
I see. Well, then it's good that I put it on a separate diet, of course.
What else is it eating?
Oh, it's been omnivorous as of late.
I mean, it makes sense. He's got them sharp, pointy teeth.
He can eat a lot of things, but it's just, I don't like it getting an upset stomach because when it gets cranky or it's just a bad scene. So just try to be careful and understand its limits and perhaps the limits of those who might try to control it. You understand, right?
I'll be here.
She's just looking at you with a smirk.
Okay, good. Glad we could be on the level here.
Gentle, are you being nice to my new captain?
Yes.
Dagon says from across the room.
Yes, we're just fine.
Look, chick, it's our friend Gentle. He loves her.
Everyone loves me. I get jobs done.
One thing we have in common.
At this point, everyone's just kind of looking over towards Ezra, just like, okay, well, we're all here. We may as well get this done, Captain. Ezra kind of like looks to you, just like a little somber, kind of dressed up very well. Everyone else, like, from the previous crew is dressed fairly well. Like, Riff is looking like he's wearing a very dowery robe. He's got, like, his symbols draped across a small little bandolier. And he's got a couple little jewels ornated around his turban. Pliskin looks like he's actually wearing a proper jacket, a proper suit. Onslow, he came back with you. He doesn't know what the fuck proper is, so he just gets his clothing on.
Nice.
And in order to make sure the Eldon ignites, this is something that we've had in the Eldon storage just in case we're being chased by other ships, but we do have 5 barrels of flammable oil. So Wake would probably swim out to the distance where the Eldon's at, hop on there and, pop them open and tip them over.
Well, at this point, you guys are pretty much making your way over. You guys head over to the docks. You made preparations for this a day or two ago. Mm-hmm. Gore made sure that you would have a space open in the dock that you would be able to actually let this thing sink out.
Float out.
Also, you actually see Woe's head kind of popping up out of the water as well as everyone's waiting for you to show up. The Navy's there. There's Gore. There's Ave and her crew. There's a couple of just like privateers just like looking on, just like, ooh, what's going on? Like, oh, this big ship's gotta go. Like, why? What's the problem? Like, you're getting like passersby.
It's fucking roaring. Oh, that's why.
Oh no, it doesn't make any noise, but it does look like it's bound in some kind of weird this weird kind of band that's around the ship. You almost feel like this weird sense of radiation of like some kind of it's radiance. Like you feel like you just walked into a church going near this thing.
Huh.
Yeah. In order to set it ablaze, I feel it's only natural that the captain put the ship down. Wake would have taken a bit of cloth, soaked it in the oil, wrapped it around one of his crossbow bolts.
Mm-hmm. Red also looks to you and hands you a small lantern. It actually includes her a small fireball that she made and put inside of it. So you can open the glass and put the wick inside.
Okay. So
the Gore's just standing there, just looking over. Like, is Gore standing there in an actual standing position? Mm-hmm. Everyone else from your ship's kind of standing in a straight line, watching as this is all happening.
Dagon and the new crew probably hanging out in the background.
If they want to show up, like a few people have come by. Like Gentle showed up. A couple of the other folks that are actually going to be with you decided to show.
Yeah,
like,
Dagon's there. He's staying out of the way. But
all right, Captain. Is there something you want to say as the lantern is placed down on a small pedestal and they give you a small crossbow?
the Eldon has a strange story. A history longer than even us as the Natural Wonders getting together. But through its strange journey through life to become a living ship, it found itself kind of becoming a home for us. And not just a home, but part of our family. Recently, we've had to say goodbye to some members of our family. Some permanently, others just for now. But I feel like these multiple goodbyes we've had to give, they aren't the ends of stories or the ends of journeys. They're just another step that we have to take. The Eldon has lived a long time, and has seen many adventurers come and go, lives, time. It's seen it all. And it has to say goodbye. It's lost something that held it here, and to leave it any longer would just be inhumane.
Wake makes sure that Kevin and Lancey have a view. Since they were his former crewmates.
So while this is us laying the Yeldon to rest, I want this to also be a clear message that while the Yeldon is sailing off for one final journey, the rest of us have lives ahead of us. We have adventures to go on. Just because the Yeldon's going away doesn't mean we are, or our family is. The natural wonders will live on. But if anyone would have anything they'd like to say to Yeldon before we go, I offer the floor to any of the crew. And Ezra just kind of steps aside to see if anyone wants to say anything.
No, you actually watch as a couple of folks step up, but they all kind of like form like a line. Red puts a small bottle that contains a piece of her journal. She actually had a couple of blank pages still left in there. She wrote a eulogy for the ship, and she places it in a small capsule that gets added into the ship to go along with it. My words would bore in detail, but the magic that will be cast through my flames alone will send a clear message. Onslow kind of like meanders on up and puts a cannonball down that's covered in pieces of the kills that he's made while on the ship.
Oh, wow.
Wake adds Gulfer's goggles to this pile.
Eloy stands up. Yeldon, your mama is so stupid. Oh, shit, these are the wrong notes. I'm so sorry. Yeldon, you were a part of our group, and you helped me bring my music to life in a way that I'd never done before, and I don't know if I'll ever do again. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. And he pulls out a scroll with Spumoni's lament on it and lays that down in the pile.
Yes, let it burn forever. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, Pliskin has a piece of a flag that actually contains multiple ships of different sizes and colors that he has served on. Out of respect, he actually tore a piece of the flag from the Yeldon. He takes that chunk and puts it with the rest. Rolling up the flag back in him, rolling up the flag, gives the ship a salute, turns around and walks away. Riss begins to summon a small prayer.
The way you started that sentence, those wrist begins to sob.
Oh no, he's crying.
Okay.
Actually, he is crying. He's not crying immensely, but he's letting out a small tear as he's putting his heart and soul into this prayer. Zoom tight.
Thank you.
You watch as this small little celestial pseudo-dragon kind of just like appears out of the ground before him. It's probably about as big as from your knuckle to your finger. And it kind of like geckos its way up the side of the ship. And it writes in Draconic on the side of the wall as it like kind of like obliterates it to a small little ray of light. Go in peace in Draconic on the side of the ship.
I don't know what that says, but I'm sure it's beautiful, Riff.
Pats him on his back.
Let's see, who else do we have left here? Scrung. What the hell? Pulls out his crossbow. Ties a gold leaflet around it. Puts it in his crossbow and shoots it on the side of the ship. The leaflet pans out and makes a small little piece of paper. It makes a small little banner. On the banner, it actually it's written in Goblin, so I don't know if anyone else here knows that.
Nope.
So unfortunately, you can't read it.
The message is lost, but it is there.
The message is lost.
The feeling is there. It's for him.
No, you actually hear a couple of hushed tones of whispers in the background, as some people are actually starting to like whisper out loud. Do you want to roll an insight check to hear it?
Perception, you mean?
A perception, yeah.
15.
12.
11.
So close to that straight.
So 12.
12.
15.
11.
Ezra, you hear in Thieves' Cant that everyone is actually speaking about the fact that a king from the realm of a prince from the helm of Heldrum has just blessed the ship.
Okay.
And with that, Gore kind of like looks over to Woe and kind of like waves his hand, just like, "All right, dear, take it away." You watch as she like holds her tail, kind of like lurches up, wraps around the back of the ship, and gives it a gentle push. And the water is actually wafted over, like she like waves her hand, so the water actually takes the ship with it. Ezra, would you do the honors?
I'd be honored. Readies his crossbow with the fire from the lantern, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Wake
And
puts
you
his
have
arm on Ezra's shoulder. What was that?
And you had like the rag or something?
I already tied that to the
Okay.
bolt.
Yeah, that's on the bolt.
All right, just hopefully not a nat 1. That would really ruin
Roll
this
the dex.
Roll to shoot.
moment. God damn it. Not a good one.
It's a big target.
It is a big target, though. So 9.
9?
Yes.
I am going to use my elemental attunement to try to shift it with the wind.
Okay, so how this
I'll give you a
works-
bardic inspiration there.
Yeah, you know what? Go for it.
Hey,
Hey, there we
15.
go.
Okay, much better. Like you're tear jerking a little bit.
We both got our arms on you. You feel.
Yeah. So, if it wasn't for the help of Eloy just going, "I believe in you," that shot would have hit
assistance
the
of the
base.
wind.
That shot would have hit the base of the ship. But with him guiding the fire that's actually lit on it, and him giving you that little confidence boost, you actually aim true and shoot inside.
In true Ezra fashion, only able to succeed with the help of his
I
two
bet you.
crewmates.
I bet you hit Wake's room too. Just
Yeah.
Yep, as one last hurrah, it hits his room. It goes inside his room. Like the last minute before before it goes into flames. You
Oh
just
no,
hear-
it was that
you
love
just hear
letter that
Wake-
Calliope wrote for him and just hit a square on it.
You just hear Wake go, "Wait, was that my room?"
yeah, that's about right.
Gore looks to his troops, and they start playing taps.
I'm sure Eloy would join.
Yeah.
With bagpipes.
Yep, joins in with the bagpipes.
And as you guys watch, 5 minutes pass. The flames are roaring bright. The flames actually begin to make the flames that are actually roaring on it begin to turn into a purplish color. You're thinking that this has something to do with what Red did, as it now takes form of the ship's insignia. It's now etched within the sail of the ship, as the purple flame is drawn inside of it. The wind carries it further out into the ocean as Woe gives it one final little gust of water to get it going on its way. 10 minutes go by. You can still see the ship in the distance. 5 more minutes go by. The mast is gone as it is slowly shrinking. 5 more minutes go by. The ship's base is all what remains. Another 5 minutes go by. The ship plummets. And like that, it falls into the water.
Rest in peace, Yeldon.
And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
God damn.
I'm really glad that like a feral mimic ship, as soon as like fire starts, doesn't just start going.
I was not. No,
Quiet!
that's
Stop it, you're ruining it!
Like,
Just die in
burning to
peace!
death.
No one.
I'm burning!
No one asked what that tapestry was that was draped around it. That was the Navy's doing of keeping the ship from going nuts.
You shut up.
Yeah,
Be
that was.
quiet and die.
Yeah, that was the "shut up and die with dignity" tape.
Yeah,
man.
that was my only concern when like a crowd was like coming for like this somber moment. I was like, oh no, if we like hit fire with this thing, and it's like, oh no, the ship attacks. You have to fight the Yeldon boss fight.
Next time, I guess we'll be leaving right. Wake
our
does
way
have a
to
couple.
Ebercall.
Wake does, or yeah, on the way to Ebercall. Wake does have some gifts to give each of you.
Oh,
Oh, by the way,
That
I
can
do-
be when you guys set off.
And before
next time.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Sorry.
Before we go.
There's more before we go anyway.
Yep, sorry about that.
No worries.
Red turns and hands you a small scepter.
what's this for? I ask, like just kind of like confused looking at it.
It is something that I gave a piece of my flame, and now I give it to you. It is a scepter that casts fireball once per day.
Thank you, Red.
It's a hell of a tool.
Yeah, that'll. Ezra's just kind of like at a loss for words, still kind of all caught up in the moment.
Yep. So you want to give
Just
them
very
gifts as
thankful.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking I could do that as like an actual formal goodbye when they're actually setting sail.
well? Oh, okay, fair enough. So now we can end.
Yes. And we'll do that next time at the table. See, like, there it flows into the.
Got it. Okay, now it's
yeah,
now
now-
it's a natural segue.
But before we go for realsy reels, we got fan art.
Yeah, let's see them fan arts.
All right, it should be from top to bottom, like as per usual.
I will pop in there, pop onto the TFS fan art Twitter.
Start from one.
All right, let me open her up. Let's see what we got. We got some Miss Gentle here
People love that gentle.
by Nikki T. Square, whose commissions are open. They're open. You gotta love it. Thank you kindly, Nikki T. Square.
I love that background, like kind of like
Yeah.
it's like
Smoke in the back.
yeah, like
it almost
a
looks like it's forming
haze.
words.
Kinda, yeah. Looking good. Thank you so much.
Someone just put out a bunch of candles in the room she's in.
Next up.
Oh,
Here we go. we got I'm not a grim edgelord at all. Dagon by the starving artist. STARV1NG_artist.
I hope this is the final one because I got confused. There are like 7 versions of that up on the page.
Yeah, this is the version where he made it a little bit more angelic looking, where Fallen Asimar have black flames as opposed to white fire.
Oh, we can fluff it.
Yeah. I don't. It doesn't. It doesn't bother me at all. Frankly, I think it looks better in this version with the white flames.
nah, it does look cool.
But yeah, thank you kindly, starving artist. Looking good. Hopefully, he can live up to your art. Next up. By goddamn it Ether,
Okay.
or goddamn it Nether, one of those. Thank you so much for these adorable. God, that looks like a freaked out Adventure Time Eloy there. Whale shit. And in training Nedra, adorable. Like these make great stickers. They're
Yeah.
awesome.
That Nedra looks so mischievous.
I'm gonna punch him in the mind.
I'm learning how to do brain
Nope,
punches.
nope, that's his head. Heads and minds, two
No, I'm
different
just gonna
things.
get it right in there.
Yeah, but if I punch him hard enough in the head, he'll feel it.
If I see the gray matter, because Gentle told me that that's what it is. If I get him in the gray matter, it'll hit his mind.
I mean, I like that she's teaching you some things. I don't like how she teaches it, though.
Deal.
Thank you kindly. Goddamn it, Nether. Next up, by Marvel Poison. And so goddamn cute. I love it. Saying goodbye is never easy.
And now they're gonna go to the tomb where all the stone hooves are.
Hey, they're hanging out. They're gonna do their thing for a bit, but they will look into that at some point. They got to focus on their training. Thank you kindly, Marvel Poison. It is an adorable walk off into the sunset, but it's not forever. Nothing is ever forever.
Except death.
That is eternal. That's true.
I mean, we have that. We're starting to get that partial
And
revive
souls.
figured out.
Souls are forever, except when you devour them.
Right, chick.
Merciful.
Next up. Ooh, we got.
The
We got-
stare down.
It's not even a stare down. Like, Dagon loves her because she shuts chick the fuck up.
She's just a gem.
Oh, I enjoy her. Are you sure she can't come with? This is by Bangarang Aliko, of course, if you could not tell by the very distinct style. He looks, Dagon looks so concerned, just like, what's happening?
Wait, what?
Just the piercing eye of Grammy.
I enjoy you. I do not enjoy this judgment look. Thank you kindly, Aliko.
No one does.
Fair enough. Next up, we got
This is a
some.
set of 4, actually.
Yeah, this is part of a set of 4, which we'll look at on Friday, of course. But by Haunted Toaster 0, we have some Jillian. This looks like, I'm guessing spring?
I'm going to assume as well.
Yeah, it looks like... Actually, that could be a lot of things. Oh, actually, those are evergreen fronds, so that might be winter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be winter.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just zoomed in on. I'm like, wait, those are like evergreen fronds. So
Yeah.
So that's
Very cool.
winter.
yeah, looking good. Thank you kindly, Haunted Toaster 0, aka Shannon Leet.
God, Belgium is such a fucking cool race.
They are. Next up, we got by System Recoded.
That's not crop. That's the actual image.
Yep, it's just a very short man with a big old mustache.
He was little.
I drive
was
myself like a bicycle.
That's
Yes.
Marcellus, right?
No, Vars
Oh,
Voltus.
Vars. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was not around
Working on
for
names.
his introduction. But he's looking good. Stacked up there. Got that handlebar mustache all nice and waxed. Got that little, is that like a derby or a bowler?
Yeah, Vars.
That man may or may not be a quack.
Who knows? Hard to say. Either way, thank you kindly, System Recoded, whose commissions, again, are open. Next up. I love it. I fucking love it. By Scandranin01, we got some Disenchanted Dagon. And Griorchik. Oh, you can fucking deal. You know what? I don't have to put up with this, frankly. I can put you... do you want me? I will get the leather straps. I will get them and I will wrap... Look, I know you'll just be louder later, but it'll give me a moment of peace.
I feel like I'm just getting half a conversation, Roy.
It's true. The fucking book states that the GM has to take control of the of the hexblade.
I'll talk as him sometimes just for flavor text.
Oh
but
yeah.
Never giving it intent. Either way, thank you kindly, Scandranin01. Next up. This. When I saw this, I just fucking melted. I spent like 15 minutes staring at it on my phone.
Pouring over.
Because this is the most wake thing that could ever wake.
Oh no, the turtle! Ah!
He's just like, I love these little turtles.
Oh no, poor baby. Calliope, why are you laughing? We have a situation.
This is an emergency!
Oh my god. Oh, I can't stop feeding them though.
This is how Wake would retire.
If I help one, I take away their food!
I was gonna say Wake like grows up with this mentality of like non-intervention, so when it falls on its back, he's like,
He's doomed. I have to. Oh god, I need to help the poor baby.
But I can't.
Yeah, if when Wake has a happy ending, this is how I see it.
Right on.
very
Still
cool.
an
Absolutely
anxious-
adorable.
Still an anxious mess.
This is by @RedFlameKitty, a relative newcomer to our TFS fan art scene, but I absolutely adore this. It is one of my favorite pieces in. God, it screamed at me that this is.
Thank you, Red.
Thank you kindly, Red Flame Kitty, whose commissions are closed, but definitely give her a follow to see when they open up again, because if her work's like this, by God.
I just might.
Thank you kindly. Next up.
Oh.
Got to scroll down a little bit for this one, but Michael Bower 18 with Dagon showing off his Reaper mode. I love Eloy's face in this, just, oh heck.
Bang, bang, I pulled this devil trigger.
Wow.
And it's just like, whoa there, buddy. Whoa.
Easy, pal.
Slow down. Am I bleeding? I just love how, like, just how off to the corners looking. Yes. Thank you kindly, Michael Bower 18. I love it. Next up. Ooh, this is way back up at the top.
Oh, I apologize.
It's all good. This is by Jack Vice Arts. Or Jack Vice Art. I'm sorry. Mr. Rattles dressed as Shaft from Castlevania.
Yes!
He is very happy to be here. I love his gargoyles, just like super stoic, just like, yeah, no, we're here.
Hey, how's it going?
It kind of reminds me of, like, what's that chick from Zootopia? The one who has, like, the backup dancers that are all tigers?
Oh, geez.
Gazelle,
yeah.
yeah.
Just like them, just like bump in, just like they're like his fucking JoJo buddies. They start doing the pose from 5. They do the dance.
Makes sense to me. Thank you kindly, Jack Vice Art. And is that all of them, or do we have one more? I'm always just one shy. And here we have a Natural Wonders Civil War. I got to scroll back down to it because while I have definitely looked at this one, I did not memorize who created it.
I apologize.
It's all
that
good.
One kind of got a little scrambled.
This is by Dav88 Man, and we got some old guard versus new guard going here. I love how Mr. Large in the back. It looks like Nedra's like really going for it. He's just going for a fist bump.
How's it going?
You have much to learn.
Yeah, we got old crew and new crew meeting, and we'll see how this new crew pans out next time at the table. Thank you so much for joining us today, Wonders, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
You can cut here. You can cut here. You can cut here. Okay, that's my part.
This is the incantation we must speak so that the editors know what to do.
It didn't work last time.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go use the restroom. Oh, that's okay. We were putting